time out on the field. Let's take time in to hear from one of our sponsors. We'll be back with more action following these commercial messages.
I did not, however, credit him with the hip and
at Gates 4 Golf and Country Club.
One of the area's premier gated communities, featuring an 18-hole championship golf course, a beautiful 3/4 mile exercise trail with a children's play area, 4 new USTA tennis courts and pavilion, perfect for weddings and receptions, a family-friendly pool with cover patio, and our clubhouse offers many dining options along with live entertainment and dancing.
Golf, swimming, tennis, dining. Learn more about membership at gates4.com.
For the Tigers, made a motion from right to left. Little misdirection. They'll hand it off to Keonis Hopkins. Hopkins bounces through the line. Guys, he gets first down yardage all the way out near the 40-yard line. Flag back at the 25-yard line, though, but best run of the night, Billy Mack, from either team, given the fact Cape Fear's only had it 3 and out, but best run of the night right there on the feet of Keonis Hopkins.
Yeah, unfortunately it's going to come back, Charles, for holding, but you got to like what you see from Rodney Brewington and the Southview Tigers. They're trying to throw some misdirection at him, trying to throw some multiple formations, trying to confuse the defense. So far it hasn't worked, but we all know it only takes a crease, it only makes a missed block in order for that to go, for one small play to go a long way.
And the first words out of Steve Drigger's mouth tonight when you asked keys to the game, he said ball control for the Tigers of Southview. They're not advancing the ball up the field, but guys, we're inside of 5 minutes here in the first period. And the Colts sort of gain some yards. They give up yards on penalties, third of the game already. This time they have to get it all the way out to the 35-yard line. They will repeat third down following the 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Got a blitz from the right side. Hand off to the right side, gets it out maybe to the 23, 24-yard line. Josh Jones on the stop, Trey Richardson with the carry. Sort of had the defense spread out. And Steve, you know, they blitzed from the left side of the Colt line, and Richardson ran that direction.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a good play call by the defense. You know, the Colts had the right play call, blitzing to the same side that the offense was going to run the football, and again, just a few-yard gain.
All right, Gary Ayers standing at about the 11-yard line. You know, special teams could have a lot to say with this. Guys, that was a fake punt and right up the middle of the field. I'll tell you in just a minute who's carrying the ball. See if Ray even knows.
It's number 30, the defensive player. Is it Davis?
Number 30 for the
Isaiah
Southview.
Davis.
Isaiah Davis. Steve, that one fooled me altogether.
I was looking down to change the, I figured the ball would be in flight. I looked down at my charts, and then all of a sudden I looked up, I see everyone chasing Davis.
Well, I saw Gary Ayers go high, and I'm thinking, just as I said, special teams could have a factor in this ball game. I'm thinking, whoa, high snap. It was not a high snap at all. He snapped it to Isaiah Davis, and he's off to the races.
Guys, that was a 58-yard run for Davis.
All right, guys, put it 1st and 10 inside the 25-yard line. And off to the left side, there's a flag on the play. Number 24, let's see who that is.
Gary Ayers.
Gary Ayers, his first carry of the ball game. Flag on the play, though, Steve.
It's going to come back, Charles, because I think there was holding in there. You could just see the gap just go when I saw a Cape Fear Colt player fall to the ground. The officials are going to talk. You know, the flags have come from that far judge almost every single play. So, you know, I don't know if maybe most of the action is over there. I don't know.
I don't know, but line judge Brian Scott also threw his on this side. He was about the 15-yard line. Christina Lockamy is a linesman on the far side. The rest of the officials for tonight's ball game, referee is Adrian Lowry. Umpire is Ray Williams. We just mentioned Christina Lockamy and Brian Scott are the linesman and line judge. The back judge is Chavis Everett. And you're right, Steve, they're conferring on the far side. The ball carrier, Gary Ayers, got it down to, I'm calling it the 6-yard line.
Charles, they're going to pick it up and wave it off. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Holding call against the Tigers of Southview. Personal foul against the Colts of Cape Fear. Personal foul against the Tigers of Southview. They are all negating fouls, offsetting fouls they call it now. Here comes the one that marking it back. Steve, help me out. It's back to the 32-yard line. I guess that's the one they were.
I think the holding was enforced from the spot of the foul. The personal fouls offset each other because that's 8 yards behind the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they were dead ball fouls.
Right. Just trying to keep the statistician on his toes.
I tell you. 3 minutes and 33 seconds to play here in the first period. No score in the ball game. Tigers on the move, though, down 22-yard or 32-yard line. Hash mark on the near side. Here come the Tigers from having conferred on the far side with head coach Rodney Brewington in his second year at the helm of the Tigers. Single set back to the right of Donovan Brewington. Brewington rolling to his right, throwing on the right. That ball is caught. It looked to be Keonis Hopkins coming out of the backfield. You want to confirm that, either that or Trey Richardson, perhaps.
Richardson, Charles.
Richardson on the receiving end of that toss. Jordan Ashley will be given credit for the stop coming into tonight's ball game. 47 solo tackles, 18 assists. Guys, we have timeout on the field. The coach will call timeout with 3:10 to play in the first period. No score. We'll be back with more action following these commercial messages. And
Power Media.
Charles Kuntz along with Steve Driggers, Ray Quinnell, and Bill McMillan on the sidelines here at Colts Stadium for the championship showdown. The Colts, as we said on the pregame, the Cubs of the Cumberland County, having a chance to win their first ever championship. But right now the Tigers seem to be calling the shots. It's 2nd and 15. Looking to throw out of the pocket. Brewington throws it deep. That ball is caught and going into the end zone. A touchdown for the Tigers. I believe that's Gary Ayers on the receiving end. We'll confirm that. But give Donovan Brewington a lot of credit, Steve. He just waited. He got the block he needed, and he released it downfield deep. And Ayers, I think, is the guy who ran right under it.
Well, just a great route. He ran behind the linebackers. Just did a nice job. And Brewington, give him credit, too. He hung in there. He was getting a little bit of pressure, lobbed it up, and just threw it to a spot. Ayers ran to it, makes the nice catch, 6 points.
Yeah, the Tigers had two guys in the zone, but Ayers was the deep guy, and he just kept running and caught it on the fly. 4th touchdown reception of the season for him. On to attempt the point after is Tim Lathrop. Lathrop, prior to that kick, was 19 out of 25. That was his 20th successive kick of the season. We'll be back with the kickoff following the touchdown, though, following these commercial messages. And we are the Mid-South Sports Friday Night Game of the Week crew.
Power Media.
Game of the Week on Sunny 94.3 FM.
Steve Driggers, if you'll hand me the keys to the BMW, it's time for Ray Quinnell with the ultimate driving machine scoring drive. Ray?
First drive of the night, Charles. 7 plays, 85 yards. It was a 28-yard touchdown pass from Donovan Brewington to Gary Ayers. Also a big 58-yard rush by Isaiah Davis on that fake punt to help set that up. Took 4:24 off the clock, and now with 3:03 remaining, it's 7-0 Southview. That's the first of hopefully many Valley Auto World BMW scoring drive recaps.
All right, good job, Tim Lathrop, to kick it, and he will sort of semi-pooch to the far side, fielded at the 20-yard line, on his feet and nailed, and as he falls over the 20 or the 32-yard line, that's where the Colts will put it in play. Billy Mack, Gary Ayers got behind the defenders, that really just outran the defense for that scoring touchdown, his fourth reception touchdown of the season.
Yeah, Charles, we had talked about the multiple formations and what Southview was doing, and it looked like it just kind of caught the Colts flat-footed right there. Looked like they were still kind of to catch their breath after the punt return, and he's able to get it over the top for the Southview Tiger touchdown.
All right, let's see what Justice Galloway Velasquez will call now. Made a motion from left to right. He gets the handoff.
Charles, there's a flag on the far side of the field again.
I was watching the play, Steve, and now the quarterback, Justice Galloway Velasquez, has something to say to the line judge after the handoff. A Tiger guy came through and sort of put a shoulder into his shoulder. You know, he's just standing there, and he got bumped. Whether I don't know what the rule for protecting the quarterback might be, but there.
Once he hands the ball off, he is protected from that point on. If anytime he has the ball, whether he's trying to throw or run, he's fair game.
Yeah, I thought that might have been what the flag was all about. Tigers guilty of being offsides, though, and then move it forward for 5 yards, so it's easy. 1st and 5 for the Colts. Now Velasquez on a keeper off the right tackle. He'll be shy of the 40-yard line. Pick up 2 or 3 yards. Jerry L. Douglas called his name earlier tonight, 5'9", 165-pound sophomore, strong side linebacker.
Yeah, Jerry L. Douglas, 5'9" and 165. He plays a lot bigger than that because I've watched him on a number of plays. He's very quick, very agile, gets into the backfield quick for the Tigers.
Yeah, he gave up 70 pounds to take down Velasquez. Hand off to the left side, trailing some blockers out to maybe the 40-yard line. Short of first down yardage, Malik Knight with the carry, and Raymond Tanua is the gentleman who will make the stop. Knight, 5'9", 174-pound senior. Tanua, 5'10", 185, a junior. 3rd and about 2, a short 2 at the line of scrimmage. The ball's on the 40-yard line, hash mark on the far side. Velasquez in shotgun formation, man in motion from left to right. Velasquez will keep it himself. Guess what, guys? Nothing going. He might have gotten it back to the line of scrimmage, but that was it. Billy Mack, they were waiting for him. It's almost like they knew what the play call was before he got the handoff. Billy Mack's in front of a lot of noise. I'm not sure he heard my comment. Bill?
Helps when I turn it on.
It helps when you turn it on.
Great defense by the Southview Tigers. They've done a good job at ball control. There's just over a minute left in the first quarter.
All right, it looks like the Tigers need to play a little bit of discipline here as the Colts line up to go for it on 4th and 2, maybe hoping that they can pull the Tigers off sides, that is. Now Velasquez steps back. Let's see if he'll do a quick kick, and he does. A little off the side of the foot, and it's going to roll dead. The Tigers will have pretty good field position. Billy Mack right there in front of you at their own 38-yard line.
Just a 22-yard punt, Charles.
Yeah, Charles, not the best effort, by Justice Galloway Velasquez. We really saw Everett Proctor for Jack Britt kind of start that trend where it looked like it was going to be they were going to go for it, and he just takes a step back and punt. But Everett needs to come down and help Justice a little bit. That was not as good effort.
All right, the clock is inside the final minute of the first period of play with the ball on the 38-yard line, this time resting on the hash mark on the near side. Steve Vigor's capacity crowd here tonight. In fact, you couldn't put all the folks on the Cape Fear side in the stands when you look at those on the perimeter of the field.
Well, they know the importance of the game. They'd love to go 10-0 after tonight.
All right, Brewington with a man in motion. That's Richardson with a handoff to the right side. Gets a block off the end. He's still on his feet in Colt territory and will be dropped as he gets inside maybe the 35-yard line. little simple handoff to the right side, and when he gets the block on the corner, Steve, he outraces the linebacker.
Well, he did. He really quick through the line. He made 2 or 3 nice moves once he broke the line of scrimmage and just takes it, all the way down to about the 34-yard line. But just a great run. Quite frankly, had he not run over his own man, that was blocking for him, he might have gone another 10, 15 yards.
Yeah, Ray Quinnell says 28 yards on the carry with the ball on the 34-yard line of the Colts. Tigers on top. I haven't given you the score. It's 7-0. They scored midway the first period. Clock continues to run now, coming up on the close to the 10-second mark. Man in motion from right to left, and that'll be a handoff to Gary Ayers. And Ayers will be hit from behind as he falls forward inside the 30-yard line. Milton Mosley, with time expiring here in the first period of play. I'll remind you our score, 7 for the visiting Tigers of Southview, nothing for the Colts of Cape Fear. We'll be back with second quarter action, though, following these commercial messages, and we are the Mid-South Sports Friday night game of the week.
Discover what's behind the gates at Gates 4 Golf and Country Club.
One of the area's premier gated communities, featuring an 18-hole championship golf course, a beautiful 3/4-mile exercise trail with a children's play area, 4 new USTA tennis courts and pavilion, perfect for weddings and receptions, a family-friendly pool with cover patio, and our clubhouse offers many dining options along with live entertainment and dancing.
Golf, swimming, tennis, dining. Learn more about membership at gates4.com.
Pack Power Media.
Quarter numbers, Ray.
Yeah, Charles, Steve and I were saying at the break, we're glad we're not gambling men because we would not have bet on this, but total offense numbers for the first quarter, Southview 146 yards, Cape Fear 1.
Gee, what a surprise.
Well, as we begin the second period of play, guys, let me just quickly point out some tragedy in the athletic community in Cumberland County yesterday, and a lot of sadness in the town of Hope Mills. And our condolences go out to the family and friends of Michael Burke, head football coach of Hope Mills Middle School, was killed in a motorcycle accident yesterday afternoon. And that pall of sadness settling over the county tonight in the midst of all these important football games. Tigers with the ball, now moving from left to right. There's motion and movement on the line. Coming off the line for the Tigers is Jalen Galloway, the right tackle. Let's see, they're going to step that back. Galloway and Brewington sort of miscommunicating on the snap count, it looked like, Steve.
Yeah, he just jumped a little too early. The defense reacted to that, but once that offensive player makes that move, it's going to be that 5-yard infamous illegal procedure.
Charles, I've got all sorts of interesting numbers that are showing the way this game is going. That's a 5th penalty on Southview for 35 yards so far for Cape Fear. Just that offsetting penalty, so they've actually been charged with 0 yards.
All right, loss of, well, we had control of the ball coming in, so it's now 2nd and 11. Hand off the left side. Good hold to punch through there, Steve, as he gets it inside the 30-yard line. Isaiah Davis and Raymond. Let's go with Milton Mosley and Chris Matthews making the stop for the Colts of Cape Fear. That'll bring up a key 3rd down, guys. If you're a Tiger fan as well as a Colt fan, it's big for both of them right here, Steve, because the ball is resting inside the 30-yard line.
But Southview's in 4-down territory, Charles. I don't think they've got the strength to kick that field goal. So Coach Brewington will go for 2 if he doesn't make it here.
All right, man in motion comes wide to the right side. That'll be Shamar Curtis trying to spread the defense. Handoff off the left tackle, still on his feet. I think he gets first down yardage, guys, as he gets it down to about the 23-yard line. Keonis Hopkins on the carry. Jordan Ashley making the stop for the Colts, but a big conversion on 3rd down right there, Billy Mack, for the Tigers of Southview.
Yeah, nice misdirection right there. They had a guy going to the outside, but then they had Keonis Hopkins going right up the middle, and he fought for the tough yards. And the Tigers continue to chew that clock up and keep that ball out of the hands of the number 1 offense in the mid.
The ball's on the 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Now a little shift in formation for the Tigers. They come set. Under center goes Brewington. Long count. Looking to hand off to the right side. No blocking out there, but turning the corner. I'm not sure. That might have been Hopkins again. Austin Hunt on the takedown. Hunt, to his credit, coming into tonight's game, 46 tackles, 36 of which were the solo variety.
Charles, that last carry was Richardson.
All right, Trey Richardson, number 8, not number 2. You know, it's hard to tell with the single digit, and both of them are somewhat diminutive in size. One is 5'8", one is 5'9".
And anytime you have that double glass, and these windows are filthy, let me talk to the AD over at Cape Fear about this.
I'll say something nice, Steve. Under center goes Brewington. Twin sets in the backfield, man on the wing to the right. Wide out to the left side. A little misdirection now. A handoff.
What a defensive play, Charles. Milton Mosley comes up from his defensive end position, just crashes in and throws the running back to the ground.
Yeah, a loss of a couple of yards. Gary Ayers on that misdirection carry. You called it four down territory, Steve. So now for the Colts, Montel Moore, number 6, comes back into the ball game. As the the Tigers spread 3 wideouts to the near side, with a single set back to the right of Brewington. Brewington steps back, a little flare pass. It's caught, but not going anywhere. Is Richardson, Jordan Ashley. Yeah, Richardson on the receiving end.
Yeah, Ashley just steps up from his free safety position, read the play nicely, and the receiver that he was guarding actually was right in front of him. So when the receiver catches it, Ashley stepped up, and I think they're ready another loss of 2 yards maybe.
Yeah, a loss of yards on that play for sure. Completed pass. Donovan Brewington is 5 for his first 5 passing, although you don't want to complete him if you're going backwards.
Yeah.
Well, guys, my mistake. I thought that one was 4th down, so now here we go. Failing to convert on 3rd and fairly short yardage. Taking the handoff, rolling to the left. Looking to throw. Man's wide open to the right side. Keonis Hopkins. Hopkins takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Give Donovan Brewington a lot of credit, guys. He went to the left side, was under a lot of pressure, and at the last moment set his foot, turned toward Billy Mack, lofted it up, and Hopkins coming out of the backfield, Billy Mack, was so wide open, you were the closest defender.
Yeah, Charles, I'm just sitting here looking at it on the replay, and just a great call right there. Everybody flooded to the left-hand side, and he's all over alone over here to the right-hand side. And how do you forget about number 2 like that? How do you forget about Keonis Hopkins?
Well, we got a Tiger down on the field on the far side at about the 13-yard line. And we'll hold it right here as they assist with the injured player. They are helping him up. It looks to be maybe Jonathan Gilmore. If so, he is the tight end, 6'3", 225-pound sophomore.
That is who it is, Charles, and that's Greg Gilmore's brother. And, of course, Greg Gilmore will be participating in a big game tomorrow night as LSU hosts the number 1 Alabama Crimson Tide.
And a lot of local folks tuning that one in, pulling for the local product out of Southview. All right, guys, second touchdown of the night for the Tigers of Southview. They are on top, 13-0. We'll hold it right here as the Tigers, having completed that scoring drive, and we'll let Ray Quinnell, once he puts the fire out of his pencil lead, give you an account, rather.
Forget the pencil lead. Get me the smelling salts, because I'm stunned over here.
All right, Lathrop in to attempt the point after. Sophomore kicker. Snap, spot, kick, high, long, and true. So we now have a score of 14-0. We'll be back following these commercial messages. And this is the Mid-South Sports Friday Night High School Game of the Week.
Improvement Alternative is the area leader in new and used home and building supplies. Donate furniture, appliances, cabinets, lighting, windows, doors, or bath items. All donations are tax deductible. The Restore Warehouse also sells new kitchen cabinets, tile, flooring, and vanities for less. Plus, all net profits are donated to local Fayetteville area charities. Donate, shop, save, and support your community. Call now to schedule your free donation pickup.
Pack.
Thomas, head coach for the Cape Fear Colts, telling his team, guys, wake up. Right now, though, it's wake-up call for Ray Cornell and the BMW Ultimate Scoring Machine. Ray?
Charles, 8 plays, 62 yards, 4:28 off the clock this time. A 25-yard touchdown pass from Donovan Brewington to Keonis Hopkins. The point after good by Tim Lathrop. It's 14-0 Southview, and that's another Valley Auto World BMW Ultimate Driving Machine scoring drive recap.
All right, thanks, Ray. The kickoff from Tim Lathrop is a pooch kick that goes high and sails out of bounds on the far side. So the Colts of Cape Fear, Steve Driggers, should take it over in excellent field position.
Yeah, they're going to get the ball sitting on the 35-yard line. They're standing on the 40, but I think they'll eventually...
The 38, I think, is where they
Well,
started.
they're going to mark it there. Okay, I thought the ball automatically went to the 35, but
Right.
what do I know?
Well, it's where it went out of bounds if it's outside the 35, I guess. So it is on the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Justice Galloway Velazquez, quarterback, shotgun formation, looking to throw, forced out of the pocket, right up the middle. He's being trailed by several Tigers and taken down. I'm not sure he got back to the line of scrimmage.
No, he's going to lose a yard, Charles, but I'll tell you, what a host of Coach Brewington's players just in there all over Velazquez as he couldn't find his receivers open downfield, tried to move the ball up the middle, but that pocket defensively just collapsed on him.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line. The ball is not quite in the center of the field with relation to the sideline markers, but it does favor the hash mark to the right side. Wide side would be toward us. Now moving from right to left are the Colts. Shotgun formation again. Velazquez got a man wide open to the near side. Caught at about the 48-yard line into Cape Fear, in the Tiger territory rather. Montreal Adams making the stop for the Tigers. Tell you in just a minute who the receiver was.
Number 28, Charles.
Number 28 is Tyler McCoy. His 9th reception of the season. He had exactly 100 yards on his credit coming into tonight's ball game. No scores, with 34 being the longest. Good response right there, though, for the Colts. 1st and 10. Tiger 43-yard line. Man in motion from left to right. Galloway Velazquez. It's out of the pocket. Tries to stiff arm. He probably gets a yard or two as he will be dropped as he approaches the 40-yard line. Nico Lloyd, the weak side linebacker, making the stop. Has a little size to him at 190 pounds on that 5'9" frame.
Yeah, Lloyd just comes up really nicely and just holds on, gets some help from his friends, but Lloyd made the initial contact.
Now let's see. In for the Tigers, number 15 playing the wide side corner. Quick toss to this near side. It's caught. Still on his feet as he tries to struggle forward. He's inside the 35-yard line. That'll be Tyrone Tillman on the receiving end. Adams again making the stop from that corner position for the Tigers of Southview.
Yeah, good play that time by the Colts. They send their wide receiver deep and it forced the free safety to go. The corner just kind of stayed. The officials look like they want to maybe take a look at this and measure it, but just a nice job. Little flare swing pass by the Colts. Regardless whether it's first, they're going to measure it.
Yeah, they're going to bring the chain all the way across the field. The ball is just about on sideline marker on the near side. Billy Mack, a lot of surprise here tonight, and I almost too early to call it, but you can almost sense a little bit of stun here on the Cape Fear side.
You're exactly right, Charles. They've taken the crowd out of the game. As I was sitting here, I was going to ask the question to you guys at 14-0 with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Does this change the game plan for Jacob Thomas and the Cape Fear Colts? Do they expect to be in this position? Does this kind of force them to do some things and put a little urgency that they weren't really looking to put in at this stage of the ball game?
Well, my take, Bill, it's too early to make that call. There's still 6 minutes to go in this first half. And Jacob Thomas knows, looks like it's going to be just, first down. So, just a little, they don't want to panic. They don't want to give the indication to their ball club. Even if they go in at halftime trailing 14-0, they've still got those 24 minutes when to come out second half, make those adjustments. But right now, I tell you, they're throwing the ball. Velasquez, I'm not sure what more the Colts could do to try to get back in. Velasquez is either running the ball or he's passing the ball, so it's still in his hands.
All right, the ball 1st and 10. Tiger 33-yard line. Velasquez in shotgun formation. To his left side is Earl Lee Melvin, number 11. Got wideouts to both sides. Slots to both sides. Man in motion is Tyrone Tillman. Now looking left, throwing left, coming back for the ball. Incompleted pass right there in front of our man Billy Mack. Would have been a circus catch, I think, Bill, but out of the reach of, not sure who that was.
Number 6.
Number 6. We'll call him real quickly, is Montel Moore. And, Steve, you were pointing out that Montrell Adams is the man who was covering. Billy Mack action right there in front of you. Catchable pass?
No, Charles, it was not. He had to force the ball a little bit before the receiver made his break, and so he had to get rid of it a little bit ahead of time.
All right, Cody Gruden, a tight end, out of the ball game. Wide outs to both sides. Single set back, this time to the right side of Velasquez. Velasquez airs it out downfield. That's going to be 2 yards beyond the extended reach of Gary. Let me turn it. But Jaquan Spann on the coverage. Tyler McCoy, number 28, is the guy I was looking for. A little too much arm strength right there, Steve, from Velasquez.
Well, good pressure by the Southview Tigers to get back in there. And again, Velasquez throwing off. He does that a lot. He throws off his back foot, which I think at the next level they'll change that because he just can't. He's got too big of an arm. He's got to step into his throw.
At 6'3", 230 pounds, he certainly has the eye of every major recruiting program in the country. By himself now in the backfield. Let's see, throws quickly across the middle and it's caught. A.J. Baldwin, the number 2 receiver in the county, with over 650 yards to his credit. Isaiah Davis with the takedown, but he finally found his favorite receiver, Steve A.J. Baldwin, the 6 foot, 180-pound senior across the middle.
Yeah, just a nice bullet pass on that square-in pass. Baldwin right there to catch it.
All right, the Colts in the red zone at about the 18-yard line, looking to throw again. This time in and out of the hands. That looked to be Montel Moore on the receiving end, back into the ball game. Thrown just a tad behind him. Steve is just one of those where you have to, if you're on the right foot, I guess you can make that 360 or 180 and turn around and get it, but
yeah,
totally behind him.
But it's a pass that should have been caught, Charles. The Colts should be on the board after that.
All right, 5:29 to play here in the second period, down by 2 scores. Man in motion from left to right is Tillman. A slanting pass. That ball was up for the incompletion. And I think it came down in the hands of Tyler McCoy as a completed pass. But that ball was thrown right in a defender's area, and it bounced right off his number, Steve, and then into the air. Tyler McCoy comes down with a much-needed completion for the Colts of Cape Fear.
Yeah, Montrell Adams, the ball just hits him right in the shoulder pads, bounces up. Great break for the Colts because that ball was destined for either an interception or incomplete.
All right, 3rd and 1, deep in Tiger territory. Now man in motion. By himself is Vasquez. Vasquez, unless he gets some help, he is not going to get first down yardage. He just took the direct snap, Steve, then took one step off to the left side, tried to follow Noah Rosie and Isaiah Perusik on that left side, nothing going.
No, just a good job. But the Tigers were in a blitz on that side. They had 3 men coming against 2 offensive linemen. And so Velasquez really had no place to go. Brings up a huge 4th and 4.
All right, he lost 3 on the play, so the ball now is, call it what, the 9-yard line. Pardon me. Velasquez faking the handoff, rolling to his right, looking to throw. Got a man down there, and that ball is incomplete. It goes harmlessly with coverage at the goal line. I think the intended receiver may have been, I'll tell you in just a second. Number 3 was A.J. Baldwin, his number 1 target.
And the number 3, Josh Pearsall, back there from his corner spot, Charles. But the pass was thrown awfully low, and it had a lot of zip on it. Makes it a tough pass for any receiver to hang on to.
All right, a couple of ticks past the 4-minute mark. It's 4:02 to show here in the first half with the Tigers on top by those 2 scores, 14-0, as they take over as we flip the charts. Man in motion, or it comes wide to the right, is Shamar Curtis. He comes set. Man in motion now from left to right is Ayers. Handoff right off to the left side, goes nowhere. As Joey Saldana undercuts him, Steve, just about the time he gets to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, not much running there, although he does, surprisingly pick up about 3 yards, Charles.
Clock continues to run. Steve, you talked about ball control. My answer to Bill McMillan a while ago was, does it change the game plan? No, for me, I wouldn't say it changes it either. I'd say to the defensive coordinator, keep telling those defensive guys doing exactly what you're doing.
Yep, just play hard. Let's disrupt the offense of the Tigers.
All right, Brewington under center. Now snap, pitches to the left side. That'll be Gary Ayers on the carry. And Ayers will get it out over the 15-yard line. I think they'll mark it somewhere around the 16-yard line on a 2nd and 7. That'll bring up 3rd and about 4 yards. Temperature dropping on what a lot of people would call the first real football weather night for 2016. A lot of wraps and shawls and sweaters and light jackets here coming out already. Temperature probably dropping into the 50s here before halftime. Clock continuing to run now, 2 minutes 45. Wide to the near side again. Shamar Curtis, man in the slot to the wide side. The open field is to our side. Brewington, shotgun formation. Handoff for a little quick handoff. Shuffle pass really to might have been Hopkins coming from the left side. Josh Jones making the stop.
Looks like a timeout on the field, Charles.
All right, that'll bring up 4th down. Did not convert on 3rd down, so timeout on the field. Our score, 14 for the Tigers, none for the Colts of Cape Fear. We'll be back with more action following these commercial messages.
What's behind the gates at Gates 4 Golf and Country Club?
One of the area's premier gated communities, featuring an 18-hole championship golf course, a beautiful 3/4-mile exercise trail with a children's play area, 4 new USTA tennis courts and pavilion, perfect for weddings and receptions, a family-friendly pool with cover patio, and our clubhouse offers many dining options along with live entertainment and dancing.
Golf, swimming, tennis, dining. Learn more about membership at gates4.com.
Pack Power Media.
Asked out the ballots for the CenturyLink Call of the Half, so guys, put your thinking caps on and see what you come up with, as we also wonder what the Tigers are going to come up with. They're showing a situation they're going to go for it, which we, I'd have to say, are you kidding me? Under center, man in motion, and nothing doing, guys. Nothing doing. He does not get first down yardage. Billy Mack, I'm not sure that call comes under the gutsy call category or not, but on 4th and 1, inside or around the 20-yard line, what was he doing?
Well, that was a gutsy call, Charles, and we've seen them pick up yardage on that play before. Just kind of a quick handoff right up the gut, and Cape Fear was ready for it that time. Now Cape Fear's got the ball deep in Tiger territory in the red zone.
In the red zone with 2 minutes and 13 seconds to play. Justice Galloway Velasquez, you could probably see him licking his chops. He slips a little bit as he's throwing up all on the run on first play. Touchdown in the back end of the end zone going high. A.J. Baldwin. Guys, they'll second guess that call for the rest of the school year. A.J. Baldwin, his 10th touchdown of the season, puts the Colts on the board. Marquette Ray at 2:07 to play in the second period. 14-6. And on to attempt the point after is Jacob Brewington. Brewington one of the premier kickers in the area. 44 out of 48 point-after attempts. Trying to get the 45th one under his belt here. Nice snap spot. Kick. It's on its way.
I don't think he is.
I'm not sure. That's wide to the right side. Boys, we put the jinx on him early. So with the score, 14-6, 2:07 to play. We'll be back with the kickoff, though, following these messages. And you are listening to the Mid-South Sports High School Game of the Week.
We keep you rolling.
Here.
Pack Power Media.
4.3 FM.
All right, the excitement meter just went almost to the top of the charts, guys, as the Colts scored on first play following that questionable decision of the Tigers. As Brewington kicks it away, and it's fumbled at the 2-yard line. Now cutting back to the right side, still on his feet. Hard man to bring down. He gets it out over the 20-yard line. I would have never guessed that, well, let's see who that was. That was Keonis Hopkins, that he would pick it up on a fumble at the 2-yard line, Steve, and actually get it back out past the 20.
Well, the defense slid down there. Cape Fear Colts almost on a straight line, and when Hopkins picked it up, really all he had to do was break 1 or 2 tackles, get into the open, and he was on his way for 6.
All right, let's see what the Tigers can do with almost 2 minutes, 1 minute and 58 seconds to play. We still have that scoring drive for the Colts for Ray Quinnell, but sort of prelude to it, not a real scoring drive. All right, wide to the right side comes Curtis. There'll be a handoff to the left side. Might have been Ayers on the carry. Gary Ayers, 6 feet, 165-pound senior. As Jackson Parker will be given credit for the takedown.
Yeah, Parker just does a nice job fighting off his man. He actually was hit by the right tackle. The right tackle just stayed with him, and Parker fights him off, comes up, makes that tackle.
All right, a pickup of 4. That'll be 2nd and 6. Once again, out over the ball, Robert Lee, number 66. Wide to the near side comes Gary Ayers. Shotgun formation for Brewington. Man in motion from left to right. Now he handed off to Hopkins. Hopkins is still on his feet. There's a
Richardson
flag on the play. Richardson, Ray says, is the ball carrier. Everybody saw the holding, Billy Mack, sort of coming your way. The crowd just sort of reacted quickly when they saw that hold and the flag.
Yeah, Charles, a big hold right there by one of the other running back, trying to set the lane for him, trying to set that edge, and just had a little too much jersey in trying to do that. So that's going to come back, but they're still accomplishing their goal, Charles. They're still controlling the ball, controlling the clock, and they're getting just enough first downs to keep Cape Fear off the field.
All right, good point, Bill. 1:07 to play, and Ray, there's time real quickly to fire up that BMW.
Charles, as you said, it wasn't much of a drive. It was 1 play, 19 yards, 4 seconds. It was his touchdown pass from Justice Galloway Velasquez to A.J. Baldwin. The point after, however, was no good, which is why we have a score right now, 14-6. Thanks to Valley Auto World for sponsoring our Ultimate Drive Machine scoring drive recaps.
Guys, I was impressed with the speed in which Galloway Velasquez and A.J. Baldwin hooked up for that 19-yard 6-point scoring drive. Handoff to the right side, going hardly anywhere. Following the penalty, it was 3rd and 16. Clock is running. Let's see if the Colts will try to stop it. It's at 50 seconds and continuing to run. Jalon Locke, 6 feet, 172-pound junior. Guys, I appreciate you filling out the ballots for the CenturyLink call of the half.
I may change my vote, though.
Yeah, we may have collected the ballots a little quickly. We thought we knew what it was.
Is the CenturyLink call the half supposed to be a good call or a questionable call?
Well, we may have two calls.
Charles, did you get mine? I faxed it in.
We did, Bill. Thank you. The marvel of technology. All right, somebody's called timeout on the field with 22.6 seconds to play. We'll be back with the closing moments of the second period, though, following these commercial messages. This is Mid-South Sports on the Friday night broadcast.
Are you remodeling? The Restore Warehouse, Fayetteville's new and used home improvement alternative, is the area leader in new and used home and building supplies. Donate furniture, appliances, cabinets, lighting, windows, doors, or bath items. All donations are tax deductible. The Restore Warehouse also sells new kitchen cabinets, tile, flooring, and vanities for less. Plus, all net profits are donated to local Fayetteville area charities. Donate, shop, save, and support your community. Call now to schedule your free donation pickup.
Game of the Week on Sunny 94.3 FM.
And the Valley Auto World Game of the Week. And here come the Tigers. 22.6 seconds to play in the third period. It is a 3rd and 16, and they have the ball on their own 15-yard line. Big play right here because I'm sure the Tigers would like to run this clock out. Ayers will be in motion from right to left, a little misdirect. Now look, Brewington back here throwing, and they're waving it incomplete. Had he completed that pass, guys, he would have had first down yardage at the 35-yard line.
But the clock stops. It did exactly what Cape Fear wanted to do without having to call a timeout, Charles. So now they've saved that extra timeout, giving Velasquez a chance to throw it into the end zone when they've got the ball.
All right, Parker will come on to punt it away, I do believe. Yes, he's standing inside the 5-yard line. Critical snap coming up right here for the Tigers. That's Ayers rather than Parker. High hanging punt. Excellent, and a great Tiger bounce that will roll dead at the Colt 41-yard line off the foot of Gary Ayers. So with 5 seconds, guys, a quick first half for our Friday night game of the week. Delighted to have you on board with us. I wish our friend Al Beard was here. He's a longtime Stedman and Cape Fear fan. Al Beard could have made All-American, I do believe, while in high school. Played tight end at Wake Forest. Big fan of Mid-South sports. All right, here come the Colts of Cape Fear. We saw what Velasquez did the last time he had the ball on first down, Steve. Quick strike to A.J. Baldwin. Baldwin is on the line wide to the far side. On top of the crown, Velasquez faking the handoff, rolling to the right. Set. That'll be a throw back. It's caught. Gets away from one, but a grab by the jersey. The receiver was number 7, Malik Knight, coming out of the backfield. Deshaun Anderson making the stop for the Tigers of Southview. Horn blows, half ends. We'll keep our eye on Billy Mack as he goes racing across the field, guys. Keep your eye on him.
I really wouldn't call that racing, Charles. It's just kind of a camel trot.
No, wait a minute. He's the only one of the 4 of us that could do that. Well, maybe Ray. Ray could do it. But he's on his way to intercept head coach Rodney Brewington. So, Steve, you can see better through the open panes than I can through the double.
Yeah, Bill's going to go get on the bus, I think, with the coach here. Go ahead, Bill.
Hey, thank you very much, guys. Coach, exciting first half. You made some gutsy calls. Your assessment of your team's performance?
Well, you know, the whole key is you can't put their offense on the field, and we was having success on the short plays, but they, you know, I thought they was kind of guessing where we were going to go. They guessed right on one, you know. I felt like they had the potential to make a big play, so down there it was just a chance. It was a chance and that we had to take because their offense is just so explosive. But I thought our guys fought very well in the first half.
Gutsy call on the fake punt. It worked out for you.
It did. The whole key, we just got to, you know, now we feel like it'll give us time later on in the game to kind of get the ball off. But, you know, that's a good football team, and we're trying to do it one play at a time.
Any adjustments in the second half?
Yeah, they're hitting us with some sets that they hit us with some plays that we hadn't seen before, and they're doing a good job. But our biggest thing is he's gonna have to throw 5 touchdowns. We just can't let him get started.
All right, Coach, we'll let you haul off over there. Coach Donovan Brewington on crutches here tonight, guys. That's why I couldn't see him as I was with my leisurely jog across the field, as y'all said. So now that I'm out of breath and in need of a hot dog, it's 14-6 here at the half. We got the Colt Marching Band, the award-winning Colt Marching Band assembling. I'm going to have Lee Spruill is already over here waiting for me, so we're going to take a break, come back, and then we're going to talk to Principal Lee Spruill about all the exciting things that are going on here at Cape Fear High School. But at the half, Southview 14, Cape Fear 6. You're listening to the best in high school sports on the Mid-South Sports Network.
Nationwide is on your side.
Discover what's behind the gates at Gates 4 Golf and Country Club.
One of the area's premier gated communities, featuring an 18-hole championship golf course, a beautiful 3/4-mile exercise trail with a children's play area, 4 new USTA tennis courts and pavilion, perfect for weddings and receptions, a family-friendly pool with covered patio, and our clubhouse offers many dining options along with live entertainment and dancing.
Golf, swimming, tennis, dining. Learn more about membership at Gates.
New and used home improvement alternative is the area leader in new and used home and building supplies. Donate furniture, appliances, cabinets, lighting, windows, doors, or bath items. All donations are tax deductible. The Restore Warehouse also sells new kitchen cabinets, tile, flooring, and vanities for less. Plus, all net profits are donated to local Fayetteville area charities. Donate, shop, save, and support your community. Call now to schedule your free donation pickup.
On Sunny 94.3 FM.
Pack Power.
And welcome back to Colt Stadium here at halftime. Senior night, the Colts down 14-6 to the visiting Southview Tigers. I've corralled the Gold Rush man himself, Principal Lee Spruill. Man, we're just sitting here surveying the crowd, and the Colt fans are out in force tonight.
Oh man, there's a lot of people here tonight. It's always great. We always have decent, pretty good crowds here at Cape Fear, but we've got a great crowd here tonight, and hopefully we can come back and have a better second half to give them something that to come out here for. Now
it's senior night, and I think they said I heard Matt McLean say 53 seniors were recognized across all the different the band, the cheerleaders, the football team. I mean, I think they even recognized me for being a senior.
Yeah, they didn't recognize senior citizens.
I did just turn 50.
But they did. They recognized we had over 20 on in the band, 20 in the football team, and 4 cheerleaders. There's going to be a bunch of cheerleaders there probably next year.
So you look at the turnaround you guys have had sports-wise. I mean, softball's really done well, but all of a sudden you start looking at soccer, you start looking at volleyball, you start looking at basketball, football team on the cusp, and sports-wise, you guys are really excelling and really pushing your way to the mountaintop.
It's a lot of hard work done by these kids in our community, but our coaches, we've got a lot of great coaches, but they're great teachers in the classroom, and I think you see that build over into the actual sport when you see how great they are in the classroom as well.
Now, when you talk about the classroom, talk about some of the academic stuff that you guys have going on here and some of the excellence that's being displayed by the students and the student athletes.
Well, we're really excited this year. We had great scores last year. We were second in comprehensive high schools and test scores last year, but we were first in AP scores last year, so we're very proud of that. Got a bunch of great things going on here, and our great teaching staff, great faculty, just a great overall place. I tell folks all the time, it's a great day to be a Colt every day.
Every day it's a great day to be a Colt. Now, behind us is the award-winning band. They're going to be representing the conference at a competition coming up.
Yeah, they're going to be heading out next week. They're going to be headed to Indianapolis. They're going to be going to Lucas Oil Stadium, where they're going to be competing against some of the best bands in the world. There'll probably be over between 80 and 100 bands, and they'll be competing Thursday, trying to make it to the semifinals.
All right, so we talked about the athletics, we talked about the academics. What else is it's amazing to see when you got here, the community support was okay, but now the community support is really out of sight. What's kind of turned that and gotten the community back out here and, like you said, proud to be a Colt?
I think we've always had a great community out here, and everybody always came out. I mean, it didn't matter what the record was, you always had a lot of people. And obviously when you're winning, you have more people come out. But it's just been a great overall experience. We try to make it an experience when you come to a game, not just a game. And I think that helps drive people wanting to come out, have a good time, see old classmates, see old teachers, and be around family members, watch people play a good football game. It's just it's an event. It's not just a game. Try to make it an event. And
tailgate over there in the east end zone.
Oh yeah, that's always fun. People come out cooking hot dogs, hamburgers, cooking barbecue. I mean, it's a good time.
All right, man. We know you got other duties, man. Thank you for your time, and good luck in the second half.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here.
All right, Lee Spruill, principal here at Cape Fear. Steve, I'll kick it up to you, and we'll see how Ray and his pencil are doing.
Hey, thanks so much, Bill. Good interview there. And I'm not sure. Oh, yes, I am getting a thumbs up from Ray Quinnell, the head of school at Fayetteville Academy. So, Mr. Quinnell, if you're ready, it's yours.
I'm good to go, Steve. Interesting half, to say the least. Dominant stats, but not necessarily a dominant score the way it turned out. Let's start with Southview and go through their numbers. Southview had 7 passes for 61 yards, 18 rushes for 135 yards. That's 25 total plays for 196. Quarterback Donovan Brewington, the last pass he threw was an incompletion. That was his only incompletion of the half. He was 6 for 7 for 61 yards with 2 touchdowns, a 28-yarder and a 25-yarder. The rushing was spread evenly among several Tigers. Trey Richardson had 6 carries for 43 yards. Keanis Hopkins had 5 carries for 28 yards. And I like this one. Linebacker Isaiah Davis ended up with 1 carry for 58 yards on the fake punt that was critical to the first scoring drive. Hopkins was also the leading receiver for the Tigers. He had 3 catches for 30 yards, including the 25-yard touchdown. Gary Ayers had 1 catch for 28 yards, but he made it count. That was the other touchdown. Southview had just 4 first downs, all on rushes. They were penalized 6 times for 45 yards and did not turn the ball over. Dominated the time of possession in the first half, guys. 15 minutes and 23 seconds. Not quite 2-1, but close compared to the Colts. Speaking of the Colts, let's look what they did. 19 total plays for 86 yards. 11 of those were passes for 90 yards. And, guys, 8 rushes in the first half for the Colts for -4 yards. Quarterback Justice Galloway Velasquez was 7 of 11 for 90 yards. He threw a 19-yard touchdown pass. I would say the rushing leaders, but since there isn't anyone in the positives, we'll just skip right on to receiving leaders. The receiving leaders, A.J. Baldwin had 2 catches for 40 yards. He had the 19-yard touchdown grab. And Tyler McCoy had 2 catches as well. His went for 28 yards. Cape Fear had 4 first downs, all on passes. They had 0 penalties for 0 yards, naturally. Also 0 turnovers. We haven't had a turnover yet tonight. And their time of possession, just 8:34. You'd think with those numbers the score would be a little bit further apart, but here we are, guys. 14-6 Southview leads at the half.
Okay, Ray Quinnell, thank you so much. Those stats really tell the tale, as we always like to say. But I'm still stunned over here. Southview scoring quickly on 2 touchdown passes from Brewington, making it 14-0. And as Ray said, it's now 14-6. But I really came over here thinking that it would be a 2, 3, 4 touchdown difference going in to the halftime score. Well, we're going to take it back to the station for a quick commercial, and then right after that commercial, Donnie Deese will take it away with the Mid-South School Board. So, Renee, if you're listening, we're coming back to you. Again, the score here at Colt Stadium, 14-6. You're listening to the best in high school football. We are the Mid-South Sports Team.
Discover
Pack Power Media.
All right, we're here with the Mid-South Sports halftime scoreboard, and we've got some. Our game of the week is ahead of all of our games, but we got some games going on, and one's not quite at halftime, but it's a super big game, one of the biggest games in the state tonight. We've got Larry Davis with us. Larry.
Yeah, Johnny, how you doing?
Great. Larry's down at Richmond tonight with a big game between the Fighting Scots of Scotland and the Raiders of Richmond. Larry, tell us about it. What's going on?
All right, we've got 3 minutes and 17 seconds left to go at the first half, and it's 7-0 in Scotland right now. But Richmond just made a long run, but the penalty's going to bring it back for holding for them. Johnny, I've been to a lot of college football games and a lot of high school football games. But this is an example of a high school game on a college level. I've never seen so many people in my life at a high school game, and I've seen quite a few. It's nothing but a sea of blue and a sea of green. Green being Richmond and blue being Scotland. It's just a great atmosphere here. You know it's a big game from the University of North Carolina. Head football coach Larry Fedora is here. So it's wall-to-wall people and a great football game together. The State killed Richmond tonight, and also Scotland. Scotland had 2 scoring chances. Both of them, the center sacked the ball over the quarterback's head and killed the drive. But it's just a great high school football game and a great atmosphere.
All right, Larry. Thanks, buddy. We're looking forward for at the end of the game a wrap-up and also coaches.
Just one thing to very few high school games you would go to that they're tailgating. You missed it, Donnie, and your friends from here in Richmond wanted to let you know you missed a good tailgate. Okay?
I know I did. They got some great food down there. For any of you hadn't ever been down there, they really great hospitality down there.
All right, so we'll talk to you at the end of the game, guys.
All right, buddy. Thanks. That's Larry Davis with down at Richmond Kenner. Now he'll bring us up to date on that big game between Richmond and Scotland tonight. All right, we've got some other big games. Of course, those of you listening to our game of the week, and we've got a lot of people. I was talking to Gary Brown today, and a lot of folks from around the area. The big game, of course, our big game tonight. One over at Cape Fear. Senior night for the Colts is 14-6. Southview over the Colts. That's right. You heard that right. It's going into the second quarter. That's what we got. It's we don't have any update more than that at 71st, and they're up 15-7 over E.E. Smith. Of course, we got the Southeastern Conference is behind us. Because they don't start at 7:30. Second quarter score. Now this is another shocker. You'll might have some of those tonight. You got Hope County 12, Pinecrest 7. Yeah, you heard that right. You got an 8-2 team right now losing to a 2-7 team, 12-7. Now a lot of things can happen before the game's over, but that's the way it is right now. And Purnell Sweats over Lumberton 7-0. That's early second. Is what we have right now. All right, we've got in the South, of course, last night, you know that Terry Sanford, and we'll talk more about this after the game. We had Terry Sanford last night playing on a Thursday night, a Time Warner game against Grays Creek, and it was a lot closer game than many people thought. It was homecoming for the Bulldogs, 28-21 final score. So that's what that game turned out to be last night. We've got Westover is up 26-7, and that's not quite at half. We got Southern Lee and Lee at 7-6. Southern Lee over Lee, and that's in the second quarter. All right. Here's some other scores that we've got of interest. We got Green Hope is up 20-7 over Athens Drive. Kinston is losing to Aiden Griffin 21-14. That could be a surprise if that holds up. You've got Fuquay's up 14-6 over Cherry. You've got Clinton over Wallace Rose Hill. Here's two undefeated teams in the same conference. It is 14-0 again at halftime. Not quite at half. Let me put it that way. Corinth Holder and Cleveland 21-21. That could be an upset if Corinth Holder wins that game over Cleveland. West Montgomery and East Montgomery, both teams are undefeated, if you can believe this. Halftime score, West Montgomery 37, East Montgomery 7. Charles B. Aycock 36, Eastern Wayne 6. And Hunt and Fike are tied at half 7-7. We've got Heritage over Broughton 21-0. Lakewood over Hobton, oh my, 21-0. Again, it's Hoke over Pinecrest 12-7. That's in the second. Jordan Matthews over Cummins 14-7. Lee County is at 7-6 over Southern Lee. And Wakefield is up 17-14 over Leesville Rose. Middle Creek 38-0 over Apex. That is that's in the beginning of the second, early. Middle Creek is undefeated. They're right at the top of the 4A rankings. Newbern's 20 to. This is a big game. It's always a big rivalry. You throw out the record books when these two teams play. Newbern and J.H. Rose, 20-17. Newbern over Rose right now at not quite at half. Tarboro's up 7-0 over
I was thinking,
North
Steve, maybe you could run out and get us some
Cardinal
banana
Gibbons
pudding
up
after that barbecue
25-7
chicken.
over Northern Durham. Northwood 34-0 over Chapel Hill. Pender 7-0 over Heidi Trask. That'd be an upset. Nothing over Roseville. That's not an upset. We know about that. That's Gardner. That game will be over with a running clock here shortly. It's Sanderson 14-7 over Millbrook. Scotland, we said, was up 7-0. Not quite at half yet. South Johnston's over Smithfield Selma 20-0. And D.H. Conley. Oh my, this is going to be a track meet here. 35-34 in the second. Conley over South Central. Southeast Raleigh's up 14-7 over Clayton. All righty. North Johnston's up 15-6 over Washington, and West Johnston 35-7 over Knightdale at the half. And that's the scores from the local and around the region at the half. Back to you, Steve, and the teams in the press box.
Hey, thank you so much, Donnie. Great job, as always there, and some interesting scores. That Lee County, Lee County, if I'm not mistaken, is undefeated and, trailing by 1 point to Southern Lee. But that's a big rivalry up there. Those guys are kind of like the Terry Sanford, E.E. Smith ball game. It's just you never know what's going to happen regardless of what the records are of those teams. Well, I've got my eye on Bill McMillan. He just peeled himself up off the bench waiting for Coach Thomas. I see Coach Thomas heading his way. So, Bill, when Coach Thomas gets there, it'll be all yours.
Hey, thank you very much, Steve. Coach, senior night here, a lot of distractions. Seemed like the Southview kind of threw some things at you that they weren't expecting.
Yeah, they did a good job of coming out and giving some different looks and throwing some things we hadn't seen on film before. So hats off to them. They did a good job preparing their guys, and we got to be more disciplined and do our job.
repair of a couple of big plays, and you guys have really paid good defensively. They've got 6 or 7 penalties, but they've made a couple of big plays when they had to.
That's right. And fake punt was big. A couple of 3rd and long, 4th and long plays where we just lost our assignment, and we can't afford to do those things.
Adjustments for the second half?
Well, again, be more assignment sound offensively. We got to take what they're giving us. I mean, they're giving us some things in the passing game, and so we got to make sure we complete those.
Thank you very much, Coach. Look forward to talking to you after the game. Steve, 14-6, and not where we expected to be here tonight with that high-powered Colts offense. Charles talked about it, the largest point differential between offense and defense, and they've missed some assignments tonight.
They certainly have. Listen, we haven't talked about the CenturyLink call of the half, guys. Really, a couple of choices there. Ray, you want to throw one out?
Well, like I said, guys, beforehand, we could go positive or negative. I mean, it was an important call in the first half when they went for it on 4th down. That's Southview, of course. They had the 14-0 lead. There were just a couple of minutes to go. They went for it on 4th down from their own 20-yard line, didn't make it, and on the very next play, Cape Fear scored their touchdown. So I would say a big call was that going for it on 4th down.
Well, it certainly allowed Cape Fear to get back into the ball game. Coach Kuntz, have you got another?
Well, we talked about off the air the fake punt that Coach talked about as well with Billy Mack, and I think both of those came on special team situations. Both of them came in an obvious punt situation. One worked to their benefit, one obviously did not, but it caught all of us off guard. I think they were back around their 30-yard line, 35-yard line when they were forced to punt, but no. Davis just gets a short snap, and up their field he goes, I think, what'd you say, 58 yards or something?
58 yards on the carry. And Charles, we're all optimists here on the Mid-South Sports Team. Let's go with the play that worked.
Yeah, I like to be on the positive side as well. Let's don't second-guess the coach and say that the ballots were in, and that's what the play was going to be anyway.
All right.
Or the call, Steve. Go ahead.
There you go. Good call, guys. So it's going to be the fake punt that Coach Brewington called that led to another Southview Tiger touchdown. They are up 14-6 here, getting ready to start the 3rd quarter. We're at Colt Stadium. It's senior night. A lot of great things going. We had the veteran parachute team fly in. 4 gentlemen, one carrying a Cape Fear flag, the other carrying the USA flag. So it was and I get emotional when I see things like that because it's just, it's just recognition. We're coming up on Memorial Day here, Veterans Day. I'm saying Memorial, but Veterans Day here next Friday. I think it is the 11th. And so, it's just it's just a great time for us to have this.
Steve, I had a similar feeling when I felt the volume. You could actually feel that band's effort coming through up in the press box. And the thought that I had was, by George, next Tuesday is an important day. And if you haven't voted, all the reason in the world, go vote.
You're right. It doesn't matter what your affiliation is. Both teams lined up on the wrong side here. I think that was a coach. I won't say that. But, no matter what you believe in, the Democratic Party, the Republican, Libertarian Party, go and vote. You're exactly right, Charles. Well, both teams are on the field, and now they are on the right side. The officials were quick to pick up that the Cape Fear Colts had set up on the wrong side of the field, and Southview just kind of settled in. The official said, no, switch fields. Here it is, Charles, yours.
All right, Tim Lathrop will have the ball. It's obvious he's going to do a pooch kick to the far side. They'll put a sure hands guy over there. Picked up at the 40-yard line, right up the field he goes. That'll be number 7 for the Colts, and that's Malik Knight. Knight takes it all the way back for the score. Touchdown, Cape Fear Colts. It only took 13 seconds. There's 11:47 to go on the clock. But squib kick, Steve, that stayed on the ground a long time. But Malik Knight picks it up, I'm going to say at about the 35-yard line. And down the right side he went. I'm not sure anyone touched him.
No, he just made a nice cut. And really, once he broke into the open there, it was all Cape Fear and all Malik Knight. Cape Fear will go for the 2 trailing here. I wonder why they haven't put they said he stepped out of bounds, Charles.
Whoa. That's a heartbreaker of sorts right there. We were all ready to see what the decision would be. We had talked about it during the halftime that Cape Fear would definitely go for 2. But they've got to get the 6 points on the board first. They did not. Tyrone Tillman will line up wide to this the near side behind Montel Moore. You got 3 wideouts to this side. Early Melvin. A little quick pass down to the right side, and it's caught, still on his feet, but dropped after a short catch. Number 21, Cody Gruden. Naeem Williams, 6'2", 225-pound junior. Guys, one of the comments I could have made, should have made, wanted to make at pregame was that in the 9 games coming into this ball game, Cape Fear had scored 40 points plus in 7 times. They'd scored over 50 twice, but out of the 9 victories, they had eclipsed the 40-point mark on 7 occasions. Looking to throw. Vasquez. That's going through the intended receiver. No, he caught it. I thought it'd go through. That's number 5, and that's Tyrone Tillman. Tillman goes not vertical, but he stretched out and caught that ball, Steve, just about the time he entered the end zone.
Well, I'll tell you, I thought Velasquez just had overthrown and thrown it into the bleacher area, but Tillman really comes up with a catch. Don't know how he did it, but a heck of a catch by Tyrone Tillman.
All right, Brewington is on the field, but as you know, he's not going to try to kick it. The carry by Velasquez to the right side, and they said he leaned in and crossed the plane for the tie and 2-point conversion. So we have ourselves a brand new ball game, 14-14, 11:04 to play here in the 3rd period. Billy Mack, you can hear it better than we can. The crowd has erupted. It didn't take them long. That run back on the kickoff got us started.
Yeah, Charles, we talked about how the Southview Tigers have done a good job of taking the crowd out of the ball game. That squib tick brought them right back in, and it's raucous down here. The fans are on their feet. The students are on their feet. There's electricity on the field, as now it's all tied up.
Well, let's see what kind of response the Tigers of Southview can muster. As Jacob Brewington puts the ball on the tee and is ready to kick it our way, Keonis Hopkins will stand deep at about his own 10-yard line. Last time he fumbled it at the 2 and brought it back to the 22. When I say at the 2, I mean in the coffin corner. High kick. Keonis Hopkins comes forward. He bobbles it. Now his feet slip out from under him at about the 25, 26-yard line. Ray Cornell, I'm going to hand you the keys to the BMW, and it's all yours.
Charles, I'd hardly settled into the driver's seat for that one. 2 plays, 56 seconds, 15 yards. It was a 14-yard touchdown from Galloway Velasquez to Tyrone Tillman. The 2-point conversion was scored on the run by Galloway Velasquez. And with 11:03 to go, 11:04, excuse me, we're tied up at 14.
Tied up at 14. The ball looks to be about on the 24-yard line. Tigers now moving from left to right. Handoff and man in motion. That looks to be Richardson. Richardson is going to be dropped immediately for a loss on the play. Let's give...
Actually, it was Kelly Zimmerman.
Kelly Zimmerman making the stop for the Colts. Good penetration right there by Zimmerman to drop Trey Richardson.
Yeah, just a nice break off the ball. Came in untouched. Chased him down.
Looks to be back to, about the 19-yard line. Shotgun formation for Brewington. By himself in the backfield, looking to throw. That ball is going to be out of the reach of Hopkins, coming to the right side. A little low throw, Steve. I'm not sure anybody on the field could ever maintain handle on that one.
No, not a good throw that time. Brewington really never set his feet. He made a couple of quick moves and adjustments back to the right side, but tosses it low.
If you want to hear crowd erupt, guys, Colts hold on this 3rd down play and get the ball back. Everybody on this side will be on their feet. Tie ball game, as Ray Cornell pointed out, just 2 plays for the quick score and the 2-point conversion by Justice Galloway Velasquez. And you can hear the roar beginning as the players are encouraging the fans to, quote, get into it. Up to the line very quickly. Quick snap. Rolling to the right. Brewington looking to run. Now looking to throw. Got a man downfield. He's going to overthrow it. I believe Jonathan Gilmore cut it, not Gilmore, Shamar Curtis. I do believe Steve cut his route off.
He did. He stopped running, and really a nice throw by Donovan Brewington, because if Curtis had kept his route going and kept running, it would have been, I think, an easy catch, because Curtis was behind the Colt defense.
Yeah, at least 2 steps and maybe more. When he cut it off, though, Brewington just had to air it out as best he could. That will bring on Gary Ayers to punt it away as he stands about the 6-yard line awaiting the snap. The up man to give him some protection is Keonis Hopkins. High snap, brings it down. Kick is not a very good kick. The Colts will have the best field position to start a drive that they've had in this ball game. Not a Colt around where that ball came down, because Gary Ayers had to go up high to bring down the punt.
Charles, there's a flag on the field. The officials are getting together. Looks like it might be, I thought, against the Colts, but we'll have to see how this is sorted out.
Anyway, Gary Ayers went high for the snap, brought it down, and had to get rid of it quickly. The Colts are pointing the other direction as if the penalty is going to be against the Tigers.
When the ball had just about to roll dead, one of the Southview coverage men kicked it, and I think they're calling a delay of game on it instead of downing it.
All right, Cape Fear has the ball, 1st and 10 at the Tiger 31-yard line. Moving from right to left, that'll be toward the east end of the stadium. Dressed in all, I would say, yellow or gold?
Gold, I'm saying.
Gold for the Colts, gold headgear. With the royal blue jerseys and stripes on the helmets. Tigers black pants, white stripe, white jerseys, and the orange helmet. Velasquez surveying the defense. Got a man in motion from left to right. Long snap. Now he sits to throw. Looking to throw. Rifles it across, and that ball is caught. Could be A.J. Baldwin. If so, Baldwin showing extremely good hands here in critical situations. Montreal Adams coming down and making the stop, though, Steve.
Yeah, just a nice job. But I really like A.J. Baldwin. Over the middle, a hard thrown pass by Galloway Velasquez.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Man in motion again from left to right. Looking to throw, looks left, now rifles it right across the middle. Might have been Tyrone Tillman.
No, could be 5. I thought it was 6, so it must be 5.
If it was 5, Tyrone Tillman, 5'10", 271-pounder.
I think it is 6, Steve.
All right, 6. We'll tell you in a minute. That's Montel Moore. That'll be another 1st down for Cape Fear. They are on the move. Baldwin is in motion now. Quick pitch to the left side, still on his feet. He's going to be dropped after he crosses line of scrimmage. Number 7 is Malik Knight. Knight, 5'9", 174-pound senior. Deshaun Anderson, the outside linebacker for the Tigers, making the stop. Keeping the ball on the ground, following 2 lightning tosses from Galloway to Baldwin and Galloway to Moore. Shotgun formation, quick pitch to the right side. Malik Knight on his feet, but I think they blew that one dead before the play ensued. Billy Mack, I see you in the end zone. A lot of action coming your direction, my friend.
Yeah, Charles, thought I'd come down here and get a little different vantage point after you see the play developing the hole and be able to give the fans a bird's eye view when they when this next play comes up.
All right, the ball is on the 11-yard line. 8:51 to play, 3rd period. Tie ball game, 14-all. Tigers scored early, and then again in the 2nd period. They gave up a touchdown. Gave up a touchdown, gave the Colts great field position, which they converted. And then the Colts took the opening kickoff 3rd period and marched right down on 2 plays and scored. Galloway again. A.J. Baldwin. Steve, I'm not sure there's a pass out there he can't catch. Touchdown, Cape Fear, right in front of our man Billy Mack.
Well, I'll tell you, lightning has struck a number of times, and A.J. Baldwin has been on the other end of that from Velasquez. I mean, it's just hard-thrown balls, but A.J. Baldwin, give him, the 6-foot, 180-pound senior, just a lot of credit.
Well, the Colts take the lead. It's 20-14. Ray, you mark it at 28, third period. Brewington on to attempt the extra point. It's a good snap, an excellent kick. It's on its way, may make it all the way to the track. They say it splits the upright, so the score 21 for the Colts, 14 for the Tigers. We'll be back with the kickoff following these commercial messages. You are listening to Mid-South Sports on our Friday night broadcast.
Are you remodeling? The Restore Warehouse, Fayetteville's new and used home improvement alternative, is the area leader in new and used home and building supplies. Donate furniture, appliances, cabinets, lighting, windows, doors, or bath items. All donations are tax deductible. The Restore Warehouse also sells new kitchen cabinets, tile, flooring, and vanities for less. Plus, all net profits are donated to local Fayetteville area charities. Donate, shop, save, and support your community. Call now to schedule your free donation pickup.
Pack Power Media.
All right, Ray Cornell, you probably have time before this kickoff.
Charles, 4 plays, 31 yards, a minute and 43 seconds. It was an 11-yard touchdown pass, and it was a hot one coming in from Galloway Velasquez to A.J. Baldwin. Baldwin second of the game, Velasquez is third of the game, and the point after was good. It's 21-14.
All right, Hopkins takes it on the 20-yard line, still on his feet up to the left side. He'll bring it out over to 30 into about the 35-yard line. Guys, if you recall, following the last kickoff for the Colts, it was 3 and out for the Tigers, and not a very good punt at the end of that possession that gave the Colts great field position. Steve, and they certainly took advantage of it.
Well, Charles, you called it. I mean, you said, special teams may play a big part in this, and that poor punt really just gave the Colts that great field position, and you just can't do that. Velasquez, Hopkins, these guys know what to do. Now they're playing Cape Fear Colt football that we expect.
All right, they marked it on the 35-yard line, 1st and 10, moving left to right, man in motion from left to right. Brewington with the ball, still on his feet to the left side. Now he throws downfield, got a man open, but unable to turn and get to the ball. Well, let's see, when he turns, that's Gilmore, Jonathan Gilmore, to about the 30-yard line. And, Steve, we talked about the arm strength of Justice Galloway Velasquez. I've been impressed on several occasions with Donington Brewington throw it when it looks like he either doesn't come set or he's going the wrong direction.
Yeah, Brewington just throwing right up the middle there and almost crossed the line of scrimmage, which would have been a penalty. Awfully close there.
All right, incompleted pass, stopping the clock. Again, the ball on the 35-yard line. Hash mark on the far side. Looked like a man in the neutral zone for the Colts, but no flag. Hand off from the man coming from left to right. Not sure who the carrier was. We'll tell you in just a moment. But he'll lose a couple of yards.
And now while you're looking for that, Jackson Parker was the outside linebacker, Charles, just set up on the line of scrimmage, untouched right into the backfield to bring Brewington down.
All right, Trey Richardson was the ball carrier. Third, he lost on the play, so it's 3rd and 13 as the ball is back to the 33-yard line. Again, the hash mark on the far side. Wide out to the right side, slot to the right side, shotgun formation under pressure. Throw back to the far side, and that ball is going to be caught, but I think he was down on one knee or incomplete altogether.
They're going to give him credit for the catch, Charles. Looked like Trey Richardson out in the flats. Nice throw by Brewington, getting a lot of pressure, but Trey Richardson hung on to it, falling to the ground as he caught it, but it's going to bring up that big 4th down. They'll punt this one away.
Does this scene look a little bit familiar? I just described the last 3 and out for the Tigers. It needs to start with a better snap from center than Gary Ayers had to deal with the last time. We know that Ayers can punt it deep. He has one 54-yarder to his credit. They're calling for a fair catch, and it will be caught at the 39-yard line of the Colts. So now with 7:02 to play in the 3rd period, with the Colts having acquired the lead, 21-14, they now take over and will attempt to add to their collection of touchdowns. We pointed out they've scored more than 40 points in 7 out of 9 games thus far this season. a really close ball game, Steve, that you guys had the benefit of doing and the pleasure of doing was the 29-27 call against 71st here at Colt Stadium.
Heck of a ball game.
I heard you guys, I called you from New Orleans, said it was the best game you'd seen in several years, and probably rightfully so. Nevertheless, 1st and 10, ball on the 39-yard line, shotgun formation for Galloway Velasquez. Pitch to the left side, still on his feet. That's Malik Knight on the carry. Malik Knight will get it to about the, Early Melvin, number 11, as Jaquan Spann is the defensive guy that will bring down Early Melvin. Melvin hasn't carried the ball but, 2 or 3 times tonight.
That was his first carry of the game.
I'm kind of surprised because he comes into this with almost 500 yards of rushing.
All right, let's call it back-to-back then because Melvin has it to the right side. He's close to first down yardage as he gets it near the midfield stripe. I think they will mark it at the 49-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Colts. Up front, Manning, Rosie, Perusic, Milton Mosley, and Austin Davis tackle to tackle. It is 3rd and 1. They've really marked it at the 48-yard line. Hash mark on the far side. They'll call timeout. Will the Colts? Timeout on the field. 21-14. Colts leading. We'll be back following these messages. This is the Mid-South Sports Friday Night High School Game of the Week.
Media.
Auto World Game of the Week on Sunny 94.3 FM.
They only need a yard to keep the drive alive, Steve Driggers. 3rd and 1 from their own 48-yard line. The Colts offensive machinery seems to have meshed and gotten in high gear.
Well, I'd like to, I'm sure Jacob Thomas would like to have bottled what he said to the guys at halftime because we felt like the better team tonight was going to be the Cape Fear Colts, but they, in the first half, did not play like the better team.
Yeah, it looked like they were going through the motions on some particular plays. Shotgun formation. Fellas on his feet, got the first down yardage. He's in the Tiger territory, down to about the 42-yard line. Raymond Tanoa making the stop for the Tigers, but you could tell Justice Galloway Velasquez at 6'2", 230, Steve, is a package.
He is, but he got some nice blocking up front, Charles, and he picked the right time to cut back against the grain.
Right on the 43-yard line, 1st and 10, flag on the play, off to the races to the right side. He might as well turn in and come back because they will call that one back. That was, Early Melvin. No.
Yes, it was.
That was Melvin on the carry.
Melvin all the way. But it's coming back, as you said, Charles.
Yep, holding call against the Colts. That would have been the 4th touchdown of the ball game, but not to be. And you can tell the disgust on Earl Lee Melvin's face as he comes to the sideline and snaps at his headgear snaps.
Well, he's finally gotten a few snaps this half, Charles. I think it was Ray that said maybe that was his 3rd or 4th carry in this ball game, and he goes all the way for the touchdown. They called it a touchdown, but that holding call brings it back.
Yeah, Melvin at 6 feet, 167-pound sophomore, playing in the shadows somewhat of Velasquez. Shotgun formation, faking the handoff, rolling to his right, under some pressure, steps out of a tackle, throws on the run. That ball is bounced out of the hands, trying to make a dive and catch at the 30-yard line. Well, I'll tell you just who that is. That could be, I wanted to say A.J. Baldwin, but that's not Baldwin. That's Tyrone Tillman. Jaquan Spann, again, is the coverage over there, Steve, 5'11", 165-pound. Has an interception to his credit Not tonight, but on the season. Incompleted pass, stopping the clock. The penalty, they stepped off, moved the ball back into Colt territory to the 48-yard line. That'll bring up second and long. Velasquez will keep it on the right side. He'll get it into Tiger territory again, but he'll be brought down shy of the 45-yard line. Deshaun Anderson leading the way defensively on the stop of Justice Galloway Velasquez.
Well, nice job, but again, Velasquez just so big, so strong. It really takes more than one guy. You know, Deshaun Anderson hits him 6'3", 170 pounds, but he's given up 70 pounds to Velasquez, and it took one or two other Tigers to help bring him down.
Montel Moore is the wide out to this near side. I hope the Tigers realize what an important third down play it is right here. It's third and about 14. Shotgun formation, looking to throw. He's under pressure, gets rid of it downfield, and he's got a man so wide open that he came back to the football. We think Cody Gruling. No, we'll take that off.
28.
Number 28 is Tyler McCoy. Under a lot of pressure in the backfield, and just as Galloway Velasquez, Steve just stepped out of a tackle at his own 40-yard line.
Well, great concentration by Velasquez, looking downfield, picks up Tyler McCoy, big touchdown.
All right, Brewington, that's Jacob Brewington, sets up, but they're going to run it to the left side, and they'll take it in for a two-point conversion. The score came with 4:31 to play, so it's now a 29-14 score. Ray Cornell, as soon as you're ready, we'll let you wrap that one up. But in the meantime, we'll hear from one of our sponsors. We'll be back following this commercial message.
This is the Cape Fear coach that we're accustomed to seeing.
Make sure you don't miss a minute of the game. Whether your car needs an oil change, tires, brakes, or that annoying check engine light fix, Harold's is your
It'll come back to that call.
Visit Harold'sAuto.com and schedule an appointment.
It was the tide. It was the momentum changer right there.
Yeah,
whole game changed.
Yeah,
you 14-0 at half versus. You going to kick off? Yeah, I don't think so. Big show. All right.
The Valley World Game of the Week on Sunny 94.3 FM.
Go ahead, Rick.
Ray's already got the BMW out of the parking place. Ray, take it away.
Charles, 6 plays, 61 yards, 2 minutes and 31 seconds. This time it was a 52-yard touchdown pass from Justice Galloway Velasquez to Tyler McCoy. The two-point conversion was run in by number 40, Chris Matthews, and the score is now 29-14.
Keanis Hopkins on the 10-yard line, the 15 to 20. He's hit, dropped. Jordan Ashley making the initial hit downfield on special teams. He's also plays the free safety position.
Senior comes up on senior night here at Colt Stadium and just does a great job bringing the runner down. But, you know, Coach Brewington's ball club, ball sitting on about the 27-yard line, has plenty of opportunity to get back in this, but they need to do something in this third quarter.
Chris Matthews, the guy that Ray said carried it in for the two-point conversion, was absolutely flattened. All right, on first play, a little screen pass set up, but read correctly by the Colts of Cape Fear. About the time the receiver grabs the ball, Chris Matthews, there he is. He's the middle linebacker. No wonder he's the team captain.
Oh, yeah, Chris Matthews comes up, and it's one of those bend the player in half. So just a great job by the linebacker.
All right, the ball is on the 28-yard line. Pickup of a yard, so it's second and we'll call it 9. It's a long 9 at that. Gilmore wide to this to near side. Twin sets in the backfield. That'll be a handoff to Ayers. Ayers off the right side, still on his feet. He gets it out to about the 40-yard line. Guys, I think Ayers got first down yardage. And we have a Tiger down, but slowly getting to his feet and trying to walk it off. That's Michael Edwards, I do believe, slow to get up. Michael Edwards is the left tackle at 6'6", 315-pound junior.
Charles, you were right about that carry. It was a 13-yard gain for Ayers and the first down of the half for Southview.
Strong run right then by Gary Ayers.
Well, he was made some nice moves inside, Charles. I thought he was going to be captured behind the line of scrimmage, but he danced his way. As Bill likes to say, he did this, he did that, and he picked up 13 yards.
All right, brings it out to the 41-yard line. Tight formation, twin backs for the Tigers. Now Brewington pulls away, but without the football. So that'll be an illegal procedure call.
Charles, I don't know. The defense jumped in there, and maybe if the defense jumps in, the offense does have a right to protect themselves. So I don't know.
All right, let's see. The Tigers appear to have been backing up. Here's the call. Offsides, you hit it on the money, Steve. Offsides against the Colts of Cape Fear, so that'll move the ball out to the 46-yard line. 1st and 5 now. Tigers are gasping because the Colts have put up 29 unanswered points. It's 29-14. Showing blitz. He'll never get rid of this one. And blitz from the left side coming in strong. Austin Hunt. There's a good name for that play, Steve. Hunt is what he did. He hunted down Brewington.
He did, Charles. Untouched coming off the outside edge. Just chased Donovan Brewington down for another loss there, about 4 yards.
Billy Mack got almost like a busted play when Brewington turned to the backfield. He ran right into one of his runners.
Well, Charles, they scored a touchdown on that play in the first quarter, so that was when they were trying to run that play again, but they leave that in unblocked. They're trying to get enough time to get the pass away. They just didn't get the pass away that time. Big loss for the Tigers.
All right, the ball is just outside the 37-yard line. You're right, Bill. Big loss. It'll bring up 2nd and a long 12. I'm going to call it 13. Shotgun formation. Handoff to the left side. Dropped in the backfield. Slam bodied takedown. Looked to be Keonis Hopkins on the carry. And Hopkins probably appeared to lose another yard in the process. Jackson Parker. Josh Jones. Parker 175. Jones 260. Leading the charge for the Colts. Chief, this team is so rejuvenated from what it was in the first 12 minutes of the ball game.
I know it, and it just seems like the Tigers of Southview just keep marching backwards. Each play is a loss, and another loss.
All right, they're calling it 3rd and 18. The ball is on the 35-yard line. Tigers 3rd and long with a minute and 45 seconds to play here in the 3rd period. Hopkins wide out to the left side in motion. Now on his feet, still running is Brewington. And Brewington will go out of bounds as he gets close to the 45-yard line. I think they'll mark it shy of the 45. Well short of where he needed to go. Needed to get the ball actually into Colt territory, at least to the 49-yard line to even have a chance for first down yardage.
Well, it's 4th down. They're going to have to punt it away. I think Coach Brewington might have given it some thought. Is it getting late in the ball game? We're down 15 points. Do you want to go and keep the momentum going? But he's making the right call here. Send his punter in. Put Cape Fear deep in their own territory and hope your defense holds.
All right, Gary Ayers can kick it deep. A.J. Baldwin, though, he's Mr. Excitement, standing about his own 25-yard line. Line of scrimmage is the 43-yard line. Timeout on the field. Let's take time in to hear from one of our sponsors. Less than a minute to play in the 3rd period. Our score 29-14. Colts on top.
Area's premier gated communities featuring an 18-hole championship golf course, a beautiful 3/4-mile exercise trail with a children's play area, 4 new USTA tennis courts and pavilion, perfect for weddings and receptions, a family-friendly pool with cover patio, and our clubhouse offers many dining options along with live entertainment and dancing.
Golf, swimming, tennis, dining. Learn more about membership at gatesford.com.
Pack Power Media.
At sunny943.com.
Steve Driggers, Ray Quinnell, Bill McMillan, I'm Charles Kuntz. We're at Cape Fear Stadium on the campus of Cape Fear High School. Conference championship on the line for the Colts, and they are in command as the 3rd period will come to play very shortly. 56 seconds to play. They are on top. They being the Colts, 29-14. Again, a high snap. Ayers brings it down, puts a good foot into it, and Baldwin will call fair catch at his own 24-yard line. So, Ray, I don't know if you have time for third quarter stats, but from my seat, it was all Cape Fear.
Yeah, Charles, we talked about that turning point in the first half when they went for the fourth down, but coming out here in the second half, you're dead on. I mean, it's Cape Fear. Galloway Velasquez has taken over the game and thrown a couple of touchdowns. It's just going the Colts' way right now.
Billy Mack, I don't know. Can the Tigers answer with 12 minutes to play with the Colts with the football?
Well, Charles, we talked about changing the game plan, and Cape Fear coming out and scoring 21 points in the second half has kind of taken Southview out of their game plan.
Good read right there, guys, by Velasquez. He was going to throw that ball to the left side. A defender came in, jumped right in his face. Velasquez pulled it down, and off to the races he goes right up the middle before Isaiah Davis, the middle linebacker, comes up and making the stop for the Tigers. Not first down yardage. Give him credit for 8 with the ball, the 33-yard line. 17 seconds. Clock continuing to run, looking to the sideline for an offensive call.
Coach Thomas is telling him not to play it, Charles.
Well, let the clock run down. Play clock is at 10. The official clock is inside of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That'll be the end of the third period. I'll remind you, score 29 for the Colts, 14 for the Tigers of Southview. We'll be back. Fourth and final period action following these messages.
On your side.
Pack Power Media.
Guys, that was one heck of a third quarter right there for the Colts, scoring 22 points. Really kind of changed the game, the complexion of the game. We'll see what we've got here coming up here in the fourth quarter.
All right, the Colts will be moving now from the eastern end of the stadium to the right. Velez downfield. That ball is up for the grabs. It was a jump ball at about the 45-yard line in Tiger territory. That could have been Tyrone Tillman. Tillman coming up limping just a little bit. Montreal Adams.
Montreal Adams, just a great job defensively. I thought, it was a jump ball, as you said, Charles. Adams just gets enough of it to knock it away.
Yeah, that was Montel Moore, number 6, not Tyrone Tillman, number 5. But Moore did come off the field limping somewhat. Incompleted pass, stopping the clock. Shotgun formation, and the Tigers jump off sides. That'll be an easy 5 for the Colts. As Billy Mack pointed out, as we resume the air, 29-14. Colts are on top. They could very well be in cruise control, Steve, because the Tigers would have to score 15 points on 2 possessions just to tie the ball game.
And the way the Colts are playing and the way the Tigers are playing, Charles, it's just the tale of two cities here.
All right, a quick pitch to the left side. That'll be early Melvin. Melvin goes to the left, now back to the right. He's going to run right into what I like to call an ice cream sandwich, because one hit him high and one hit him low as he ran from one and right into the other.
Yeah, Deshaun Anderson, Isaiah Davis were the 2 Southview Tigers waiting on early when he makes that cutback, but Melvin really didn't stand much of a chance there. Is there a flag on it?
Yeah, it could be a personal foul. They are consulting with Velasquez.
And the Cape Fear Colts right in the middle of it, just saying, all right, let's listen to this. Are you sure, Mr. White Hat?
And the right hat tonight, white hat rather, is Adrian Lowry.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, Charles.
Well, the Colts will be backed up.
Guys, I thought the way that Galloway Velasquez is taking control of this game, they were just going to let him officiate it too.
Yes. Pretty good call there, but that's not going to be the call of the game. All right, speaking of the time in the game, though, 11:35 to play. It's early in the fourth period. In case you've just joined us, we're delighted to have you on board with us. Perhaps you've spent the earlier part of the evening visiting the Holiday Fair out at the Crown.
Yeah.
And maybe did some shopping along the way in support of the Junior League of Fayetteville. But the penalty will be against the Colts, and that'll move it back to, the 15-yard line. It'll be first and long following the incompleted pass to Moore, or to attempted to get it to Moore.
Charles, I think it's third down.
That's right, because they had a running play following the incompleted pass. Thanks, Ray. Guys, let me just point out, next Friday night, game of the week, we'll see these Colts again as they go over to Pine Forest, where we were last Friday night.
In a disappointing game, a game that we thought Pine Forest would step up and play real well. But I know Coach Sochovka had to be disappointed in the way the Trojans played.
Well, the Falcons of 71st played extremely well and, deserved the win. Speaking of games coming up, Steve, you and I and Dave Foster tomorrow put on the headgear again. Not the headgear, the headsets, as Methodist has
Greensboro College.
Greensboro College comes to town. Could be a good ball game.
Should be a good ball game. Both teams are, struggling to find themselves, but when two teams are evenly matched like that, should present us as calling the ball game a good game.
Looking forward to it. Been away for a while. I missed the last home game that you guys did. Velasquez looking to throw under a little bit of pressure. That's Baldwin downfield. Baldwin's going to win the battle. 3 against 3. He beats Joshua Pearsall of the Tigers. A.J. Baldwin, 6 feet, 180 pounds, senior. Steve, it looked to me like both guys had their hands on the football.
They did, but Baldwin at 6 feet, 180 pounds. Josh Pearsall, 5'8". There's your, what is that, 4 inches of difference. But Pearsall never really saw the ball coming. Great catch by Baldwin.
First down, pitch to the far side. That'll be Melvin. Melvin can go nowhere, but now he reverses field, and he does find the seam on the left side, and he picks up 15 to 16 yards. Billy Mack, I'm going to drop it down to you real quickly with this question. Have you seen a guy recently with his hands as good as A.J. Baldwin on the receiving end of a pass that's thrown as hard as Velasquez throws it?
Well, guys, we've seen some great receivers over at Jack Britt over the last few years. We've seen at Terry Sanford, but consistently this guy here tonight has been very, very good. I have to put him up close.
All right, Velasquez shows why he is one of the top performers in North Carolina. He'll take the handoff. He'll keep the ball from about the 35-yard line, and will take it. Breaking tackles along the way, Steve. He got in a crowd at about the 25-yard line, and the rest of the way he's just sort of high-stepped out of a couple of tackles right there in front of our man, Billy Mack. What a run by Velasquez.
Well, you're not going to arm tackle Velasquez. You've got to hit, wrap, and get to the legs and pull him down because he's such a big, strong young man. In this case, the Tigers just tried to, crowd him up around the shoulders, and you're not going to do that to Velasquez.
All right, Velasquez will be down on one knee awaiting the snap as Brewington comes along to kick it away and kick it on its way. It's through the uprights. So the score now 36-14 with 10 minutes and 52 seconds to play. As soon as we hear this commercial message, we'll give it back to you for the Ultimate Driving Machine Score and Drive. We'll be right back.
At Gates 4 Golf and Country Club.
One of the area's premier gated communities, featuring an 18-hole championship golf course, a beautiful 3/4-mile exercise trail with a children's play area, 4 new USTA tennis courts and pavilion, perfect for weddings and receptions, a family-friendly pool with cover patio, and our clubhouse offers many dining options along with live entertainment and dancing.
Golf, swimming, tennis, dining. Learn more about membership at gates4.com.
Pack Power.
Join the Valley Auto World Game of the Week on Sunny 94.3 FM.
Keanis Hopkins will stand deep, but we have time for Ray Quinnell with the driving machine. Ray, it's all yours.
Charles, 6 plays, 76 yards, 2 minutes and 4 seconds. It was a 35-yard touchdown run for Justice Galloway Velasquez. Velasquez is now thrown for 4 and run for 1. Guys, it's hard to believe, but with 2:07 to go in the first half, Cape Fear hadn't scored.
All right, the kickoff will sail to Keanis Hopkins at about the 15-yard line, still on his feet, the 15 to 20, 25-yard line, and a host of all goal drops him right there at about the 26-yard line. Steve, we commented about our appointment tomorrow. We are airtime at 12:30 for a 1 o'clock kickoff. As you pointed out, Greensboro College comes to town. Conference game for the Monarchs of Methodist University. It's been our pleasure of calling the home games for this is our 11th season of the games. And it's always fun to go there and enjoy the collegiate environment and the crowd and the students and the hospitality afforded us by the administration there at Methodist University.
Yeah, it's a great time.
All right, Donovan Brewington, seeing this game slipping away as it had in the third period. That ball, the snap rather than the play, will be blown dead before it gets underway. The Tigers take over with 10 minutes and 42 seconds to play here in this ball game, trailing now by a score of 36-14. The margin of the score is 22 points. And we pointed out that the Colts of Cape Fear are leading the county with a scoring differential of 26.1 points per game. Wide to this near side comes number 32. We'll find out who that is in just a moment. Brewington, handoff to the right side, going nowhere and dropped immediately. Number 32 is Derek Noddles for the Tigers. The ball is marked at the 21-yard line. It'll be a 2nd and 22. Did I miss the penalty while I was talking about the...
yeah, there was a false start.
A false start.
Charles, you talk about a tale of two halves. In the second half so far, it's Southview that has 2 yards of offense.
Wide to this near side comes Gary Ayers. Shotgun formation, man in motion. Looking to throw out of the backfield, caught. Keanis Hopkins. Hopkins is spun around, now stood up, now dropped. He may pick up a yard, Steve, at most. Billy Mack, a lot of action, a lot of hitting, a lot of pursuit on behalf of the Colts right there in front of you.
Yeah, Steve talked about it earlier, Charles, with just kind of pinning their ears back and going for broke, and that's really what the Colts defense is able to do right now. 22-point lead. They know they've got the Southview Tigers in a bad spot, and they're just going for broke.
Speaking of defense, Jordan Ashley and Jackson Parker are the two young men given credit for taking down Keanis Hopkins on that last catch and run. 9 minutes and 54 seconds, and the clock is running. Single set back to the left of Brewington. Brewington looks right. Brewington throws right. Out of the stretch, though, of the intended receiver on the far side. Guys, you have to help me. I'm looking through the double planes now, so it's a little blurry looking into that lamp.
Pass was intended for Gary Ayers.
That was 24 who'd moved to the right side, and the little flare out to the right side well over his reach. Donovan Brewington came into tonight's ball game, guys, averaging or throwing a 54.6% completion with over 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. A lot of improvement from his stats of last year, Steve, when he was a freshman.
Yeah, he's had a better year, and as he's thrown the ball better, and as they've had the running from Keanis Hopkins, that's why I think they're 6-3 as opposed to 3-6.
All right, the Tigers rather are going to kick it away. He had to rush, but he didn't have to rush quite like that. He being Gary Ayers. High snap goes up. That's the third high snap in a row that he's had to field, and he rushed to get it away, punted it, and it goes out of bounds about the 46-yard line of the Tigers. Ray?
Charles, great observation by you. Gary Ayers' first 2 punts tonight were 43 and 44 yards, and then on these last 3, he's had to handle high snaps, 22 yards, 30, and 24 yards.
And every one of them have come back to bite the Tigers. Colts take over in Tiger territory, 1st and 10, Tiger 46-yard line. Galloway Velazquez, hyphenated name, man in motion. And they will blow that one dead before it gets started. Tyrone Tillman is the man in motion from right to left. Although that could be Mr. Montel Moore. 5 and the 6, a little bit of the difficult variety. Ray, I like what you said about watching the NFL game on Thursday night, and the broadcasters there had trouble seeing the numbers, as we've said on several occasions of ourselves this year.
Yeah, apparently putting dark gold on dark red is a little tricky for the even for the NFL spotters.
All right, the ball is on the 49-yard line of the Colts, following the 5-yard step off. Faking the handoff, keeping it himself right up the middle, runs right into the big guy, Naeem Williams, 6'2", 225 junior. 8 tackles for a loss and 2 sacks to his credit. Almost had a tackle for a loss right then, Steve, as Galloway Velazquez ran right into him at the line of scrimmage.
And Velazquez loses his helmet, so he's got to come out of play. But what I liked was what Naeem Williams did. That's the first time I've seen someone hit Galloway Velazquez at the line of scrimmage and drive him backwards instead of Galloway Velazquez driving the defender forward.
Yeah, winning the battle. All right, stepping into the quarterback slot, it looks to be Montel Moore, number 6. As Galloway Velazquez, under the high school rule, has to step to the sideline to adjust the helmet. Handoff right up the middle, going nowhere. That appeared to be Malik Knight. Knight runs right into Naeem Williams and Ray Tanoa. Williams again at 225 and Tanoa at 185. They flank Joel Evans at 240. Ball now is on the midfield stripe. It's 3rd and about 14 for the Colts. 8 minutes and 23 seconds. Clock continuing to run. Our score 36. Homestanding Colts, 14 for the visiting Tigers of Hope Mills. Velazquez back in the ball game. Quick pitch to the left side. Going maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be about it.
Yeah, the defense of the Tigers just really coming up. A little quick pitch by Velazquez, but it's, again, right now, Charles, under 8 minutes to go. They're up 36-14. It's clock management. Let the play clock run. Let the play clock run on down to single digits, and as it goes, so your team goes.
Steve, one of the things none of us have made mention of tonight is the thing that the conference has avoided by this win of the Cape Fear Colts is a 3-way tie for first place, potentially, and having to draw or flip a coin. We've seen that in years past.
You hate that.
A low snap and roll back to the punter.
He kneeled down when he fielded
that ball. That ball is dead where he kneeled down to pick it up.
Well, great field position for Donovan Brewington as he comes out, with 7:18 to go left in this ball game. They'll get the ball on about the 37, 38-yard line.
Yeah, Jackson Parker had to go down on one knee. The snap was a 2-bouncer back to him. So when he went down, referee Adrian Lowry right on the spot blew the whistle, said that play is dead, and pointed to where his knee went down. All right, we'll flip the charts and say the ball, the line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers, moving right to left. That Hopkins with the ball. Hopkins trying to get around the side and will be wrestled down on the far side. Jalon Locke, 6 feet, 172-pound junior with 50 tackles to his credit coming into tonight's ball game, 5 of which were tackles for losses. Pick up of 5 yards there, though, by Keonis Hopkins, a senior. It'll be 2nd and 5. Hopkins will fake the handoff. Keeping himself, though, will be Brewington. Brewington goes left. Hole closes up quickly. Joey Saldana either made the stop or he closed the hole, but Saldana will get credit for the stop as Brewington tried to move back to the right side, Steve, and was dropped in his tracks.
Yeah, not much room there. Just a great job by that front line of the Cape Fear Colts to keep the play in front of them, Charles.
Yeah, a loss of about 2 yards on the play clock now at 6 minutes, 30 seconds. And as I've said often, the clock continues to run. Man in motion from right to left. Brewington rolling to this side. The ball is going to be bobbled and then dropped. Gary Ayers turning back, facing Brewington. The ball was down around his knees, and Ayers just unable to hold on to it.
And that's a tough pass to catch, Charles. He's running away from the ball as the ball is coming to him, and then all of a sudden it gets lower and lower and lower. You try to slow your momentum down. You try to reach down to catch it, but Ayers just couldn't corral it.
All right, that will bring up 4th and about 7. Brewington looking to throw. Aaron and now got a man down deep and unable. He stuttered or stumbled a little bit as he got to about the 10-yard line looking back for the football. Billy Mack right there in front of you had to step on the defenders. Ball was in play, could have been caught.
Yeah, Charles, a great pass right there from Donovan Brewington. We've talked about the sophomore quarterback. He's taken a beating tonight, but at that time he put the ball right where it needed to be. And great observation there. His receiver did not keep running, kind of stutter step, and that was the 6 inches he needed between a 4th down turnover and a touchdown pass.
Billy, now's a good time for you if you'd like to put in a plug for Pack Power Media. I know that your crew is a video and or simulcasting this game. You might want to put a plug in for what you guys are doing.
Yeah, you can go to our YouTube page at Pack Power Media and watch all the action, whether it's on your smartphone, your tablet, your computer. You can go back after the game if you wanted to see a big hit and check it out and let us know what you think. Put a comment in there. We'd be more than happy to get back with you.
All right, Earl Lee Melvin on the carry. Isaiah Davis and Naeem Williams for the Tigers making the stop. Billy Mack said you want to see a big hit. Be sure and pull up that play as Early Melvin tried to go airborne over a would-be tackler and got knocked down in the process. Clock now at 5:35. It's about the time I wake up every morning, Steve.
Well, the older you get, Charles, the earlier you get up.
I'm waiting for the newspaper. All right, Galloway, Velazquez. Got a wide out to the right side. Now there's going to be time out on the field. We'll call time in. Our score, 36-14. Colts are on top. We'll be back following these commercial messages. We are the Mid-South Sports Network.
The Restore Warehouse,
High school
new and used home improvement alternative, is the area leader in new and used home and building supplies. Donate furniture, appliances, cabinets, lighting, windows, doors, or bath items. All donations are tax deductible. The Restore Warehouse also sells new kitchen cabinets, tile, flooring, and vanities for less. Plus, all net profits are donated to local Fayetteville area charities. Donate, shop, save, and support your community. Call now to schedule your free donation pickup.
Pack Power
94.3 FM.
36-14 is our score. Friday night high school football game of the week brought to you by Valley Auto World and our other corresponding sponsors. Ball is on the hash mark on the near side. Colts are in possession. It's 2nd and 9, following the one yard run by Early Melvin. Single set back behind Galloway Velazquez. Wide outs to both sides. Slot to the left side. Taking the handoff. Rolling out of the pocket. It's thrown and caught. Number 44 into the ball game, Steve. New guy, new number for us. Let's see if we can. I do not have a 44, my friend.
I heard someone say Gary Patterson, but I'm not. I don't see him anywhere on our rosters.
That's when you mark it up as team, I guess, Ray.
I'm going to go with Gary Patterson, even if it's a made-up name. I like it.
All right, it's 3rd and 2, and I think the Tigers rather were guilty of jumping off sides on that hard count, Steve. They just jump off sides and give the Colts an easy first down.
I believe that's the second time they've done that tonight, Charles, but just good change of cadence call by Velazquez.
What a beautiful night for football, and it all started. I heard Golden Knights. I'm not sure if that was the official unit. I don't think it was, but you think of the Golden Knights every time you see an elite parachute squad perform as they did tonight. But I thought it was so amazing, or at least unique. You look up into a black sky, and all of a sudden this red, white, and blue canopy pops out and the guys just target right there in midfield. All right, shotgun formation on 1st and 10, keeping it himself with Velasquez to the left side. You know, he's one of the unusual performers, Steve, coming into tonight's ball game. You and Billy Mack talked about it. Over 1,400 yards in passing and nearly 1,300 yards rather, on rushing.
I mean, Billy gave me those stats, and when I looked at him, I thought, well, that can't be right. He's got as many rushing as he does passing, but, you know, that's the kind of game that he has, and he's lucky to have a great offensive line, and the offensive line is lucky to have a talent like him.
Well, at 1277 qualified him as the second leading rusher in Cumberland County. Quick pitch to the right side. Still on his feet now, trying to reverse direction. He shuffles through a couple of would-be tacklers. That looked to be Markel Evans. Isaiah Day making the stop. No, Early Melvin, you're saying, is the guy with the ball.
But more early Melvin does pick up that first down, Charles, so the chain crew will move those chains, and again, the Colts just keep it going.
Yeah, but now 3 minutes and 32 seconds to play. Colts just methodically driving left and right, or from left to right. The ball's on the 43-yard line.
Charles, Cape Fear's got some of the best clock management we've seen all year. You know, they're taking their time, running down the clock.
The play clock all the way down to single digits. Quick pitch to the left side. Melvin again, trying to reach out and grab some jersey. Melvin turns it back toward the middle of the field. He will be brought down as he gets about to the 35, 36-yard line. Naeem Williams making the stop from that defensive end position. Several guys giving early Melvin chase on the far side, Steve. They're trying to reach out and just grab some jersey. They couldn't catch up with him.
I've enjoyed watching Naeem Williams play tonight, Charles. He really goes laterally. So nice. He's the left defensive end, and he's making tackles on the right side of the field. Just a great job by the junior.
All right, it looks to be about a 2nd and 3. A little reverse action in the backfield, now bouncing and jumping around, trying to find some running room. Was Tyrone Tillman. A little reverse action in the backfield. Joel Evans, the nose tackle, making the stop. Billy Mack, I think we all agree with the time management skills of Cape Fear here in this ball game.
Yeah, they've done a great job in the second half. Once they get the lead, you know, that's what concerned me in the first half. They got down by 14. Did that change their game plan? They stuck with it. The defense stepped up, and they really have put on a show here in the second half.
You know, going back to that previous play, Charles, Joel Evans, the 5'10", I said, that guy's a big guy, 5'10", 240 pounds. He looks bigger than that.
All right, quick pitch to the left side. That'll be Malik Knight this time on the carry. Knight will get it somewhere near the 25, 26-yard line as we now move into the final 2 minutes of play here in this ball game.
Going back to finish my Joel Evans thought there, 5'10", 240, but he's just a freshman. So, again, some good players here for the Tigers.
Tigers tonight started defensively 6 seniors, 3 juniors, 1 sophomore, 1 freshman, Steve. So next year 5 of those could return in starting roles defensively for Rodney Brewington. 2nd and about 5. Play clock down to 5-4. Galloway, quick pitch to the right side. Still on his feet. That's Malik Knight, and Knight will be dropped as he gets inside the 20. That is first down. Billy Mack came right at you. Josh Pearsall making a stop for the Tigers of Southview. Billy Mack,
I think that's going to kind of tie it up right there. A minute to go. First down. I think we may see the victory formation. Jacob Thomas is going to call a timeout, I think. But just get them home at this point in time. Let the celebration begin.
All right, good point there, Billy Mack. The Tigers are the ones calling the timeout with 1 minute and 3 seconds to play. Score 36-14. Colts on the verge of celebrating, guys, and we'll be here. We're going to keep it right here, guys. So back at the station, stand by. We're going to talk a little bit about the pending celebration, Steve. First time in the history of Cape Fear High School, a football championship. And what can you say except plaudits for Jacob Thomas in his 4th year. You know, he's won more games, I think 33 games in his 4 years, than the school had made probably in a decade.
Well, you're right. From 1969, I saw some stats there, and I got to say, in 1969, the Cape Fear Colts got beat by a team up the road from Pine Forest, and the guy standing right to your right threw 5 touchdown passes in that ball game. So I remember that night very, very well because we wanted the year before Cape Fear had beaten us, and actually was Stedman at that time. So we just kind of had it in for him, and we took it out on him.
All right, Billy Mack was right. The formation that the Colts will be in when they resume play will be a snap and a knee. Tigers crashing through, trying to put a hand on the ball to block it or knock it loose. You don't usually see that, Steve, trailing by 22 points.
No, it's just emotions and frustrations on the Southview Tigers' part. And I think the official is just going to wait until the clock gets into under that 25-second mark. Oh, I'm surprised he's going to start it here.
Rodney Brewington on the far side has foregone the crutches that he was on during the halftime interview. Once again, Justice Galloway Velazquez takes the final snap and a knee. Clock now at 20 seconds. Play clock at 25. Wanting to start the play clock, all you have to do is hit the button for the big clock. Inside of 10. Sometimes I enjoy counting them down, so for the celebration and the joy of the Cape Fear Colts, 3, 2, 1. This game is history, Steve.
And the Cape Fear Colts are the Mid-South Conference champions. 19, listen to me.
I'm going to call it 2016.
2016. Congratulations, Jacob Thomas.
And for the first time in the history of school, they go to a 10-0 mark. 9-0, I think that was a record of its own. And we'll keep our eye on Billy Mack because some important and, I should say, some happy post-game interviews forthcoming. We'll give Ray Quinnell some time to punch in all the numbers. But it was fun to be here tonight to call this ball game, Steve.
It really was, and it started out so uncharacteristically of what we thought. We saw what Cape Fear had done against 71st, and 71st, a very good ball club, strong running backs, good quarterback, and just Cape Fear just put it to them, even though it was just a 2-point victory on their part. We're still watching Bill down on the field, but we want to congratulate the Cape Fear Colts. My wife, Patty, is a graduate of Cape Fear High School, and her brother, Steve Polk and Fletcher. So there's some Polks right now that are happy to know that these Cape Fear Colts finally have won a conference championship in football. It's a busy night here. 36-14 is the final score at Cape Fear. And Bill's still trying to corral Coach Brewington as he travels down to the Southview side of the field. A lot of handshakes. The crowd normally by this time, especially in a 22-point game, they're gone. But the Cape Fear Colt faithful has stayed, and very few are filing out. It's just a great atmosphere. As Lee Spruill said at halftime when he was talking to Bill, these Cape Fear Colts, they're proud of their football team. They're proud of their athletics. They love Jacob Thomas and the job that he's done. You go back to the days of Mark Heil, when Mark Heil kind of put Cape Fear kind of in that mode, turning the corner. And then Brian Till came for a year, and Jacob Thomas stepped up, and boy, oh boy, what a job he's done.
I wish an old friend that I had an opportunity to play softball with as a manager that was involved in the athletics here from the baseball perspective. And when Lee Spruill was talking about other programs and Billy Mack was talking about other programs, I wish Carter Smith could have been here tonight. Long-time supporter of Cape Fear athletics. The family has long-time been involved, his son involved, but Carter was just the kind of guy you pull for from start to end, and it would have been nice, along with other folks who have passed away along the years, but you could easily say Carter was one of those guys you really would pull for. Keep an eye on Billy Mack, though, guys. Crowd somewhat dissipating. Other parts of the fans, they want to see post-game celebrations. I don't know if the if the conference trophy is available for presentation. But I tell you what, let's take a break, and maybe by the time we come back, we'll either see it or know it's not here.
There you go.
All right, the score 36-14. The Mid-South Sports Valley Auto World High School Game of the Week has concluded. We'll be back with more post-game activities and information following these commercial messages. We'll be right back.
Are you remodeling? The Restore Warehouse, Fayetteville's new and used home improvement alternative, is the area leader in new and used home and building supplies. Donate furniture, appliances, cabinets, lighting, windows, doors, or bath items. All donations are tax deductible. The Restore Warehouse also sells new kitchen cabinets, tile, flooring, and vanities for less. Plus, all net profits are donated to local Fayetteville area charities. Donate, shop, save, and support your community. Call now to schedule your free donation pickup.
Discover what's behind the gates at Gates 4 Golf and Country Club.
One of the area's premier gated communities, featuring an 18-hole championship golf course, a beautiful 3/4-mile exercise trail with a children's play area, 4 new USTA tennis courts and pavilion, perfect for weddings and receptions, a family-friendly pool with cover patio, and our clubhouse offers many dining options along with live entertainment and dancing.
Golf, swimming, tennis, dining. Learn more about membership at
Power Media.
We're back at Cape Fear territory here, the Colts Stadium, 36-14. The Colts win their first conference championship in football. I see Bill McMillan down on the field. Bill? There you are. Okay, Bill, it's all yours.
Steve, I've got to send it back to you. Well, hold on. I'm just finishing up an interview with the Fayetteville Observer, so I've got to hold on here just a second. But he gave a very spirited pep talk to the guys. He told them they had the eye of the tiger. They played the game like a champion. They left it all on the field. So just great words right there by Rodney Brewington, Coach. You guys left it on the field. You gave it your best effort tonight.
You know, this game had conference championship implications, and I'm excited that a year ago we were 2-9, ready to pack it up, and this year we're actually playing for a share first. And I mean, I was the beneficiary of great coaching staff, a beneficiary of great fan support, great kids. It was just one of those things. The better team won tonight. We did everything we could that we thought was necessary to win the game, but football is a game of adjustments. We adjusted, they adjusted, and you know they did a good job. They are 10-0 for a reason, and they are legit.
Hey, the big quarterback over there, he's legit.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's going to always cause you problems if you have to play him one-on-one. So we had to choose, do we put our linebackers one-on-one or do we put our DBs in one-on-one? So we chose our DBs. And, you know, their kids made plays that we knew that they were capable of making, but if the quarterback ever gets going, you know, there's nothing you can do. So I think they did a great job of taking what we gave them. My hat really goes off to them.
Looks like you guys are going to the playoffs. What are you working on next week as you work towards that?
E. Smith, you know, you don't get any. There's no, and this is Mid-South football. Mid-South football is the best football in the region, and every week you got to have a short memory and get ready for the next opponent. So, you know, now it's on to E. Smith. We gave everything we could tonight. Our kids left it on the field. Our coaches left it out on the field. And, nothing we can do about it now, but go watch film and see what we can do to get better, but get ready for E.E. Smith on Monday.
And you need to go get better.
Yeah, it is. I on that first touchdown, I think I pulled my calf muscle, but I think I'll be okay.
All right, Coach. Congratulations on a great game, and we'll see you soon. Coach Rodney Brewington there. Lots of positives over there, as we talked about in the pregame, guys. Like he said, 2-9, and now they're going to the playoffs, so good things over in Hope Mills. Steve?
Well, thank you, Bill. You're exactly right. I mean, they came in tonight 6-3. They're leaving 6-4, but they're going to have a winning season regardless of what happens next Friday night against E.E. Smith. But doesn't 7-4 sound a lot better than what did I say? 7-3 or 7-4 sounds a lot better than 6-5.
Well, sounds even better as well, Steve. 4-2 in the conference.
There you go.
If they beat E.E. Smith next week.
Well, it is good to hear Coach Brewington positive and upbeat about that, and I think his team did that. Well, Ray Quinnell is giving us the thumbs up, saying that he's ready to go. So, Ray, it's yours.
Well, thanks, Steve. Thanks, Charles. Guys, yards, 14, 11, and 52 yards. He also had the lone rushing touchdown for Cape Fear tonight, a 35-yard power run off the right tackle. Those 35 yards were one of his carries. He had 14 total for 61 yards. And just for a little icing on the cake, he ran in a 2-point conversion. So if my numbers are right, I think 5 times 6 is still 32 points for Mr. Galloway Velasquez tonight. Other rushing leaders for Cape Fear, Early Melvin. We saw him a lot late, quick, scampering, changing direction, 7 carries for 33 yards. Malik Knight had 6 carries for 10 yards. And I want to give a little shout-out to senior Chris Matthews, who usually plays on the defensive side of the ball. But he did come in and run in the other 2-point conversion for Cape Fear tonight. Several notable receivers. Tyrone Tillman had 4 catches for 36 yards. He had a 14-yard touchdown grab. Tyler McCoy got the long one tonight. He had 3 catches for 80 yards, and he caught the 52-yard touchdown that Galloway Velasquez threw. But all night long, guys, you kept calling his name. A.J. Baldwin, 5 catches, but boy, anything thrown his way. 5 catches for 101 yards. He had the other 2 touchdown grabs, a 19-yarder and an 11-yarder. 12 first downs for the Colts tonight, 5 penalties for 40 yards. As I said, they had 0 turnovers as well. The turnovers were clean tonight. They actually, because they were scoring so quickly, they were quite a ways behind on the time of possession until they took the entire last 6:09 off on that last drive. So they even won the time of possession in the end, 24-21. That gave them the edge there by just 45 seconds tonight. And our final score down here at Cape Fear High School tonight, 36-14 Cape Fear.
All right, Ray, great job. Boy, I tell you, that's very interesting there. Bill, I see you down on the field. Bill, look my way and let me know if Coach Thomas is there to talk to you. Okay, we don't know yet. All right.
Well, he had him just a moment ago,
He had him
Steve.
just a moment ago, I know, and I'm sorry about that. Well, listen, let's do this. Let's take it back to the station, 36-14.
I think Billy's given up on it.
I think he might have. Well, listen, 36-14 is the final here. Colts win their first conference championship in football. You're listening to the best in high school football. We are the Mid-South Sports Team. We'll be right back.
We didn't know whether to stop you or not, but when we got the signal.
Sorry, I couldn't even.
See, he's walking
just
off the field.
Just got to hit me. He's trying to catch him, I think. Looks like. Or is he going out there?
No, I see Coach Thomas out there.
Check engine light fixed. Carroll's is your one-stop shop.